Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, this is the TwitWow crew, John and Ashton, live reacting to PWG. And specifically, it is the PWG show from April called Don't Sweat the Technique.
Yo, what's going on, guys? John, a.k.a. VocalAggression, here alongside my cohort in commentary for PWG Don't Sweat the Technique 2015. I gotta be honest, guys, when we would talk about, as, you know, TwitWow, expanding, doing other content, doing other live reactions, things like that, one of the things I was most looking forward to was doing a live reaction video for a PWG show, because me and Ashton have watched quite a few of these together, and Ashton, they are so consistently on point, so consistently entertaining. I think you and I are in store for a very fun show tonight.
Yeah, the one interesting thing about PWG is that they basically don't really have storylines or anything. They don't really cut promos, nothing like that. It's just like they kind of let the matches do the storytelling for them, and it works really well.
Yeah, absolutely. And
right
man,
now we're watching Biff Busick versus Brian Cage. Brian Cage just shoved Biff and did a nice little pose, trying to look like frickin' who was the Adonis?
yeah. Cage is an absolute beast. I mean, you know how the saying goes, you know, with him over there in Lucha Underground, he's not a man, he's a machine. And just, my God, it's always so great to see him compete in PWG, because I think you see more of his, like, aerial side and him do some crazier stuff. And Biff Busick I've always enjoyed, you know, especially his little series of matches with Tomaso, Champa, and whatnot.
Yeah. I believe Champa does have a match tonight. I don't remember who against, though, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Am I the only one who feels like it's been forever since we've seen Tomaso Ciampa compete? It feels like it's been a while. So
yeah, it's like they just stopped featuring him in ROH for whatever reason.
It's a shame. It's such a great performer, too.
He's so good, and he cuts such great promos, but it's just like ROH just kind of sees him as freaking Christian. We're like, yeah, he'll put on a good match, but we're not really going to do anything with him.
You think he's going to get pushed, and then we just all collectively sigh at the talent that's being wasted.
Well, right now, it looks like Biff Busick has Brian Cage in a figure 4 leg lock, but Cage got to the ropes, and he's rolling out now. That's always a mistake in PWG, because everyone does suicide dives. Biff just did a baseball slide, and he's going for the suicide dive, and he nailed it.
Yeah, there you go. Vaulting over the ropes, all that body weight coming down there on Cage. I like the little bit of psychology, I guess, they were teasing at, because Cage is such a big dude, and Biff Busick, you know, attempted that figure 4, trying to chop down the redwood. So we'll see if that remains consistent for the remainder of this bout.
Yeah.
Or it'll probably just be like every PWG match that we know and love, where they just go balls out and just keep, you know, doing crazy shit to each other until one guy just finally falls. So, you know, whatever happens should be a fun time. Biff Busick off the apron, and oh, what a rolling!
He went for a cannonball, but Cage caught him.
Oh my God!
Powerbomb into the apron or into the corner? Oh, nothing. He punched his way out of it.
That's so underwhelming, given that he caught Biff.
Oh my God!
Oh wow!
Biff Busick just came off the ring apron while Brian Cage was hunched over and just drove his knee into Cage's back. Absolutely brutal looking, because here's the thing, there was no give. Like, Cage, his knees buckled.
Yeah, and that's why he was holding his knee. I was even getting ready to say, yeah, Biff Busick totally able to turn this around. I'm still amazed that Cage caught Biff Busick, but there was really no follow-up, and Biff Busick made sure that Cage is going to pay for that mistake. And what a spinning uppercut off the rope.
Yeah, I mean, it's also worth noting that one of literally the first PWG show that we ever watched together featured Brian Cage versus Wuhan Nation.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it, because that was the match that Brian Cage attempted to do a lion salt and landed on his head.
Yeah, sometimes, man. Oh, okay.
Oh, pop-up powerbomb!
Wow. We're going to get a better than Owens chant.
Dude, Cage does not give a shit.
He does not, no. That is a man that'll beat you.
I think that this show is actually filmed before Kevin Owens debuted on the main roster.
You know what? You're probably right, yeah. And now,
because this was an April show, and I don't think Kevin Owens showed up until after Extreme Rules.
And this is a very dangerous place for Biff Busick to be, because Cage has total control over Biff Busick's body right now, just controlling him by the one arm. And now just the multiple clotheslines. There's the third clothesline. Cover. Almost a nonchalant cover there. Ashton Cage did not bother to hook the leg. And I'll tell you guys, you want to talk about dream matches for Brock Lesnar. You know, I know we've said a lot. You know, Lesnar versus Orton, Lesnar versus Ryback. I mean, I've always been curious about like a Lesnar versus Sheamus kind of thing. A
Yeah.
Lesnar versus Cage matchup. I could dig it.
Sure.
Those two guys are freaks. Now look at this. Oh, beautiful maneuver there.
What do you even call that? He just kind of lifted him up into like a fireman's carry and just kind of like a follow through Death Valley driver almost.
Yeah, I would call it like a capture fireman's carry, you know, Death Valley driver, or I guess a capture Death Valley driver, you know, for short. But that was very interesting there by Cage, and that's the thing. He's such a big dude, but his offense is just so innovative, and it's always so funny because the typical line of commentary for a lot of people when you see bigger guys like Cage in the ring is, you know, don't expect anything scientific, don't expect anything flashy. You know, it's going to be, you know, hard, like in your face kind of offense, and Cage can certainly provide that. But the guy just has a move set so beyond that. I mean, again, when you figure that the guy does moonsaults and all these other maneuvers, and just it's crazy what he's capable of in the ring.
Absolutely. Right now, though, we're in a little bit of a rest hold. He's got Busick in sort of a modified, I don't even know, maybe like a modified Cobra clutch. I don't know.
Yeah, it looked a bit weird there. Biff Busick's going to try to mount an
Oh,
offensive.
Busick landed on his feet though. Turn around, Cage. Oh wow, that was almost like a stunner.
Yeah.
Like a stunner onto the top rope. That was pretty cool.
Now Biff Busick, I don't know if this is really well advised. I mean, Cage can power through any kind of aerial.
I think he's going to catch him in a vertical suplex.
And he does.
Yep.
Ponda King 4, baby.
Get your shit in, Cage.
And that's why I said that it was ill-advised. You called the vertical suplex. We both knew that just because you go to the top.
Oh, he turned it into a friggin' jackhammer, too.
Beautiful. This Cage is so impressive.
Yeah, anytime I call a jackhammer or a jackknife, I always worry that I'm going to get them mixed up.
Well, you didn't tonight, partner, so job well done.
Yay!
I tell you, Cage to me has just got a look and a believability the way that he works. He could be a world champion in any organization, and I would buy it. That's how good this guy is, people.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, he was in WWE in like 2009-ish, and I don't know if this is fact. I honestly wouldn't be super surprised, as disappointed as I would be. Oh, and Cage goes for the 619, but Busick catches him. Gonna go for a submission, possibly a half crab here. But what I was saying was, I read on Reddit the other day that the reason that WWE hasn't picked up Cage yet is because they already had him. Apparently, they let him go because he got steroids. Violation.
And you know what the funny thing is, Ashton? And you know I never really like to be too critical of another performer if I know that they do love this business and that they try. But I got to be honest, when I think of Cage, I think of everything that a guy like Matt Morgan wanted to be. Because in TNA, he always called himself the blueprint. You know, Matt
Morgan is also 7 feet tall.
And that's true, but he always said, like, I'm the ideal, you know, kind of big man's wrestler, and, like, he was never really anything that special, whereas when you, like, watch Cage go to work, like, he blows my mind consistently.
Well, I mean, if Cage was 6'8" or taller, I would say for sure, yeah, you're right, but
right.
I think that of the very few flaws that Cage might have, his height is probably one of them.
Which is really a shame. Because you figure that's not really something within his control.
Right.
And the things that are, I mean, he seems just so spot on and so well-rounded. And what's he?
And you know what? I think that right there, though, is exactly why a company like Lucha Underground snatched him up as vigorously as they did.
Oh God, what's gonna happen here?
It looks like
Biff Busick slides out.
Yeah. Super kick him.
Very smart by Busick.
Right in the back of the knee, the super kick, while Cage was on the middle ropes.
The same knee that buckled with the knee attack earlier on the back to the outside.
Was it?
It seemed like both knees kind of, but I think that was the knee he grabbed. So great awareness there by Busick.
For sure.
And that's why, I've liked the submission attempts that Busick has tried. I've liked that he does focus intermittently on the leg. You know, maybe a bit more consistency with that, but at least he does think, let me just chop this big hulking man down, and now he's going to try and take it more vertically with the uppercuts. And,
Busick beautiful. With the jumping cutter.
Cage doesn't even know where he is.
And another blockbuster.
And now he's going to hook the leg here, and that may be all there. Cage doesn't know where he is, and he kicks out.
Brother, this is PWG.
Yeah.
Last time somebody ended a match with a neck breaker was, never.
Yeah. First rule of indie feds, it takes a brainbuster on the top rope to get the win, and even then, it's not a guarantee.
Yeah, I was even going to say, unless the neckbreaker was of the double underhook orange crush transitioned into a vertical suplex variety.
Right.
Just all kinds of crazy, ridiculous stuff to stylize it. Looks like Busick's going for a vertical superplex here, up on the top rope in the corner.
Oh, yeah, but Cage, he's got so much raw animalistic power, he's not going to let Busick get that off, and if anything, he's probably going to go down, and he does.
Oh, and he crotched him on the top rope.
Even worse. Say nighty-night to little Busick, because he's probably
what is Cage doing? What is Cage doing? What is Cage doing?
Oh, man.
He's grabbing Busick right now, but he's on the inside of the ring, standing on the middle rope. He's pulling him up. He's going to do a freaking deadlift suplex.
Oh, God.
If Busick lets him, which he's not going to.
Again
back
with
to
the leg.
The knee.
I'll tell you, Busick, say what you will about the guy. He's played this very cerebral in this match, and I appreciate it. Hooks the leg, and Cage
say what you will about
out.
PWG in general and how all their matches are just psychology-less spot fests. Biff Busick is proving that you can still wrestle with psychology in PWG and still keep it getting over.
Absolutely, and now he's really remaining consistent, taking out that leg. That is brilliant by Biff Busick. We saw him kind of initiate that game plan early on with the figure 4 leg lock attempt, and then I think he really smelled the blood when Cage's knees buckled, to Ashton's point earlier, and now Biff Busick is all over that leg, and this could be a game changer here for Busick.
Yeah, he is absolutely destroying Brian Cage's, I believe, left knee.
But Cage still.
Yeah, I mean, he's got enough awareness to know that if you get on the top rope, I'm going to knock you down.
But, I mean, how much of a detriment is that knee going to be now to Cage?
Oh, sunset flip powerbomb, maybe?
Oh, Busick maybe looking at it. Here's sunset flip powerbomb. He got it. And he stays within the hook, and Cage just kicked out. Wow. Biff Busick, though, picks the leg. Single leg pick. Going back to the half Boston Crab. He tried this earlier. Cage actually...
Oh, he's really got it cinched in, too.
Yeah, this time, the execution's flawless. Cage is a bit closer to the ropes than Busick probably would like, and he does get to the ropes.
Yep.
But still, I mean, say what you will about Busick. I like that he didn't break the hold right away. He just makes sure to milk it for all it's worth. Because here's the thing, Ashton. I don't care how powerful you are. When you have one leg to work with, you pretty much become the same as everybody else. And could be a 5 here. And it is.
That almost looked like he was trying to make him land on his knees, and he just overshot it.
Yeah, and Busick does kick out. You gotta wonder if maybe Cage wasn't able to get all the force on it because of the knee.
Yeah, and he continued selling the knee afterwards. And look, he's limping really bad.
Yeah.
Look, sounds like we've got Biff chants. Crowd behind Biff Busick.
Very interesting.
Oh, wow, Cage almost went for another. Oh, but he's in a sleeper now. Busick has a sleeper locked in. The snapmare takeover. Oh, the bitch. Oh, my God. Just a straight kick to the face by Cage.
What a boot to the face. You got to wonder if adrenaline is maybe taken over for Cage. And, because he didn't really seem to show any signs of the leg there after the boot. But I think Cage realizes it's now or never. I got to go into second gear here. Put Busick away.
Yeah, he's planting on that leg, so I don't know if he just forgot to sell it or, like you said, if adrenaline's taking over and he's just kind of ignoring it for now. No, there he was selling it pretty good. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, there we go. Busick off the ropes. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
And
that wasn't even a discus lariat. That was just a straight, I'm going to hit you as hard as I possibly can with my forearm. Or with my bicep, I guess it would be.
And Busick still kicks out, but I wonder if that kick out was from rationality or just instinct, because after getting hit with something like that, I'd probably say to myself, I don't want any more. You've got this win. Oh, but Busick, he ducks the discus lariat.
He goes for a backslide.
Backslide.
Kicks out. Oh, now Cage wants a backslide. Oh, no. He's setting up for Weapon X. No. What even was that? It looked almost like he hit him with a gory bomb and then fell back on him.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought Busick may have countered.
Oh, Cage is going for a Weapon X again? No, power bomb.
Oh, man, he's looking to put the exclamation point on this here.
Oh, and a sit-out power bomb. That's got to be it.
Beautiful. And Busick still kicks out.
I thought for sure that would end it. That's pretty much how the first the first match that Cage was involved in at the AAA World Cup ended, where he hit a big like finisher style move, and then something got botched. In that case, it was the ref, and then he hit the double power bomb and he got the pin off of it. But this time, no, Busick kicks out.
Busick's will to win cannot be denied, but you just have to wonder, I mean, how much can you give when a guy like Cage is just imposing his will on you? And then,
My God, he landed on the back of it. Oh, he's so pissed.
Oh, God, now he just pissed Cage off. He pissed Cage off, and there it is.
Oh, my God, that's
it's
gotta
over.
be it.
It's over. 3 count, there it is.
Holy crap, that lariat.
That German did nothing but piss Cage off.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, folks, make sure you never owe that guy money. Make sure you never cross this man's path, because Cage will rip you apart.
Up next, we've got Speedball Mike Bailey taking on Trevor Lee, my personal favorite PWG performer, being Trevor Lee.
Trevor Lee has really been making waves in the indie wrestling scene. I mean, I think we saw him in PWI's 500 ranking. He ranked very high. In fact, he may have even been number one. I know he was number one on some list of exciting prospects or indie stars, and I mean his growth. And Mike Bailey, I've seen him compete. I think we saw him compete at the last PWG show. He made a fan out of me with some of his aerial maneuverings. Blew my mind with some of the things he's capable of. This should be an incredible contest, guys.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Bailey, just looking at him, he honestly looks like the most generic of possible generic white bread vanilla midget wrestlers.
I mean, nothing against Mike Bailey, because he's going to blow your mind here in a minute, but if you were just looking at him in terms of the body, the attire, and everything, he looks like a template you'd start with in a 2K14, video game, or just a WWE 2K video game, to create your own wrestling.
Oh, my gosh. Trevor Lee wanted the handshake. Mike Bailey refused. He went for the bow, and Trevor Lee kicked him in the face with a drop kick.
Yeah, Trevor Lee not messing around. I think it was the last event where Trevor Lee took Roderick Strong to the limit for the PWG Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, wow. Mike Bailey is still alive.
Oh, indeed. Now, look at that waistlock. Trevor Lee with the reversal. Waistlock takedown. Beautiful there by Trevor Lee.
Dude, I'm telling you, Trevor Lee has got the look, the skill, the athleticism, everything to be an amazing star if he would be given an opportunity on a bigger stage.
Well, like I said, he's been making waves. People know who he is. He's opened up so many eyes. Certainly opened up mine, because, I mean, when I heard about his popularity, I had no idea who he was. And then you and I, of course, watched the PWG shows together. I don't think we've seen a show yet that Trevor Lee hasn't been a part of. And, definitely showed me what the hype is all about. And Trevor Lee's definitely something special. But again, don't sleep on Mike Bailey. This guy can go. He can go the distance with anybody. And look at Trevor Lee. They're checking the kick. Oh, beautiful reversal there into the schoolboy by Mike Bailey. And that's the thing about guys like Mike Bailey. They're quicker than a hiccup, and they can catch you in anything at any time. Trevor Lee, and
with the jump.
Right,
oh, my God. And he reversed it, too, into a pin. Mike Bailey is going to do a reverse backflip and double knees to the chest.
That was a double knee salt, if you will.
Nice.
And yeah, he caught all of that on Trevor Lee. I mean, Paul Heyman used to tell his clientele, you can't breathe, you can't fight. Trevor Lee's got to have a tough time breathing after making contact with those knees.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. Trevor Lee with the back elbow to Mike Bailey. Bailey goes for the springboard. Oh, Trevor Lee catches him, though. We might be getting a deadlift German. No, Mike Bailey fights out. Trevor Lee follows him through the ropes. Trevor Lee with a freaking, oh, my God, a Uranagi that you've never seen before.
That is insanity. Trevor Lee is absolutely incredible. I'm telling you guys, he's made believers out of so many people, and moves like that are precisely why. Unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Trevor Lee right now wants a little bit more of Mike Bailey. Stomping on the shoeless foot of Mike Bailey.
Oh, look at Bailey there. And I like that from Bailey. I think the one
Oh,
thing...
but Trevor Lee with a lariat to Mike Bailey while he's on the ground.
Yeah, Trevor Lee, I'll tell you what, that's smart by him, not giving a guy even an inch to work with. But I was getting ready to praise Mike Bailey because I think more wrestlers would really benefit from learning how to fight on the ground.
Yeah.
Learning how to defend yourself when you're in a normal position.
God.
Oh, God.
Trevor Lee just threw Mike Bailey into the turnbuckle with so much force that Mike Bailey is now closer to the center of the ring than he is to the turnbuckle that he hit.
And look at Trevor Lee shooting the half, and Mike Bailey kicks out. And now Trevor Lee keeping Mike Bailey grounded. Trevor Lee knows Mike Bailey is at his most dangerous when he has that vertical base, when he's able to dictate the pace of a matchup. Trevor Lee does not want the pace to be in the hands of Mike Bailey. He wants to control the pace, as would any wrestler in any kind of contest. But I think especially against a high flyer like Bailey, and what a clothesline by Trevor Lee.
Good Lord.
Trevor Lee has not given a damn this entire matchup what Mike Bailey wants to do,
Well,
because
and
he's just running right through him.
Yeah, and as far as giving, Trevor Lee has not given Mike Bailey an inch.
Exactly.
He is absolutely relentless in this match right now.
Trevor Lee abiding by the philosophy that the best defense is a solid offense, because he has been nothing but on the offensive this whole match. And now Mike Bailey's going to try and fight. Look at that, gut shots, body punches
right
there.
away, Trevor Lee picks the leg and he goes for a pin.
That was a beautiful transition. And that's the thing about Trevor Lee, too. It's not just the idea that he's got, power in certain bursts or agility in others. There's a technique that brings all the other parts together into a cohesive whole. Yeah. And that's what I think makes Trevor Lee just so damn good. Like, just picking the leg and instantly going for the pin. That kind of insight, that kind of fluidity, ability, it's really remarkable. And look at how he caught the leg, dragon screw, kicks the head, and look at the speed. And now, the gut
deadlift
wrench.
Gut wrench.
You've got to be kidding me. And he hits it. That whole sequence was insanity.
Trevor Lee is incredible, man. I'm telling you. I am, honestly, even though he's extremely young, I'm still kind of surprised that he has not been PWG champion yet. And I also would not be surprised if he was the next PWG champion.
Dude, that whole sequence just shows why Trevor Lee is for real. I mean, anybody that may want to say anything, about him, I mean, you and I haven't had any criticisms of him, but, it's the internet. Everybody's got to have a criticism of something. I would just like him to look at that sequence and then just really tell me that Trevor Lee is lacking in any kind of aspect, because, my God, that was phenomenal. And now Mike Bailey in the corner here. And, able to mount some kind of a comeback, kind of got like a super kick there. Trevor Lee's equilibrium may have been thrown off a little bit. Now Mike Bailey, nice spin kick there.
Wow, really nice spinning enziguri.
Again, right to the head.
Oh, he's going to go for, what is this? What is he going to do here?
Shooting star.
Oh, wow. He almost went for a shooting star double knee to the back. He really loves those double knee to the back moves.
Yeah, it's like he...
Oh my God.
Wow. It's like
I don't even know what to call that. Mike Bailey was just kicking Trevor Lee repeatedly with both feet, just back and forth constantly, and he ended it with an enziguri to the back of the head with his right foot.
It was like river dancing kicks.
Almost,
yeah. And Mike Bailey can't
It's so weird to me that Mike Bailey doesn't wear anything on his feet.
Man, Mike Bailey looking perplexed. That was a great offensive flurry that he got. But Trevor Lee, I mean, to use a JR line, tougher than a $2 steak. And now, look at that, throws Mike Bailey off. What a forearm there by Trevor
my God.
Lee. Good God.
One of my favorite Trevor Lee matches was his match against Chris Hero. He's got this amazing, almost chameleon-esque style. Oh my God, he just got inverted DDT'd.
Oh, beautiful corkscrew. That was like end of the world, but, like...
No, that was like a freaking Red Arrow, dude.
Yeah, holy crap.
But as I was saying, Trevor Lee has this amazing chameleon thing about him where he's able to adapt to anyone else's style if he needs to.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd actually have to agree with you, by the way, about your favorite match of his being against Chris Hero. I loved that match. It's been a while since I've seen, like, a match that really seemed like a legitimately great brawl / kind of fight scenario, and those two brought it. It was epic.
And I think that we're going to get something even more extreme than that tonight with Chris Hero taking on Tommy End.
Oh my God, the double foot stomp there by Trevor Lee! And Mike Bailey does kick out, but yeah, you were telling me about that match, Hero and against who?
Tommy End.
Tommy N. And yeah, that should be really good. I'm looking forward to that, the way you described it to me last night. So, could it be a deadlift German here from Trevor Lee?
It's looking like it. Yeah, absolutely. He's got him. He's got him up. My God.
With the elbows.
Oh.
Trying to fight out of the waist lock. Oh, he tried to, but he
landed
on his feet.
He landed on
Beautiful.
His feet.
Oh, what a kick to the head.
Oh my God, Trevor Lee is out on his feet right now.
Beautiful kick to the head by Mike Bailey there. Like I said, folks, don't count this guy out. Don't sleep on him, even though all the talk's been about Trevor Lee. Mike Bailey is here for a reason, and he's showing you why right now. And look at those targeted kicks to the chest. And Trevor Lee,
Oh my God, the freaking moonsault reversal power slam.
Oh, a beautiful, like, suplex
Vertical
into the powerbomb.
suplex into a powerbomb. My Lord, Trevor Lee.
I think the only thing more incredulous than that is the fact that Mike Bailey kicked out.
I know, yeah.
But,
The
man.
moonsault reversal to a crossbody is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my wrestling life.
Yeah, I mean, the first person to kind of do a maneuver even, like, remotely like that was actually Scott Steiner, and it's just been built upon ever since. Crazy how that move, just the devastation, just the suddenness of it. Beautiful maneuver.
Yeah, no one ever sees that coming. And crossbodies are such a common thing, too. I love that when you can look at almost like it's like the meta, like the current meta of pro wrestling. You look at it and it's like, oh, well, guess what? Is there something that's really common?
Oh!
Was that a poisoned Rana onto the apron?
Yes.
Oh my God, Trevor Lee was going for a German suplex, and Mike Bailey reversed it into a poisoned Rana onto the freaking ring apron.
Yeah, I am so sorry for cutting you off there, but that just seemed really appropriate.
No, you're totally right, though. And what I was saying, though, was that there's this common thing that everybody seems to be doing in wrestling, and then another guy just says, oh, well, that's a cool common thing, but I'm going to come up with a way to reverse it that makes sense. And Trevor Lee has done just that with the crossbody reversal into a moonsault.
That's the one thing I gotta say that I love about indie Fed, like PWG, and you can't really call ROH one anymore because of their TV deal, but they still, I guess, have that same kind of mindset. The way that they keep, double knees to the back, Mike Bailey.
The shooting star double knees to the back.
Mike
that
Bailey.
is just obnoxiously painful looking.
Yeah. But what I was saying was that, just the moves that they come up with and the sequences, it's really like redefining what you can expect in a wrestling, because wrestling evolves. There was one time period, and again, we kind of had a conversation about this when we were analyzing the Paul Heyman Stone Cold podcast, where a DDT was the most lethal, maneuver in a given promotion.
Right.
And now you've got people doing shooting star knee attacks into people's backs. Like, it's crazy how wrestling evolves. And I think, indie promotions and places like Ring of Honor and people that just carry that mindset of just, the most creative and wild kind of combinations just continue that trend of evolving pro wrestling from an in-ring perspective. And now Mike Bailey is going to ascend to the top rope.
Yeah, and the crowd was just chanting one more time, so he's probably going to go for another shooting star knee drop.
Yeah, but he might miss it. He's kind of getting up that rope gingerly. He's not scaling it with the rapidity that I would come to expect of Mike Bailey. But Trevor Lee, on the other hand, looks out. I mean, he got brutalized there between the poison run and then the shooting star knee, but he gets the knees up. He checked the knees.
Oh, and he turns it right into a small cradle, but no.
Oh,
God,
beautiful.
Small package pile driver, and he got him.
Wow.
That's a freaking homage to Tyler Black, for God's sakes.
I'll be damned. Trevor Lee finds a way to win again.
Wow.
I'll tell you, the only loss I can remember this guy suffering since I've started watching with PWG was Roderick Strong for the world title.
Yep. Oh, Candace and Joey versus the Beaver Boys.
I love Candace and Joey. Yeah, it really grown on me.
I don't know if you remember or not, but the Beaver Boys, yeah, these are the guys where the one guy looks like he could be a freaking male model, and the other one looks like just Taz, except bald.
Yep.
Although I guess, no, Taz wasn't always bald, was he?
Yeah.
Was he?
I think the only time he wasn't bald was when he first came into ECW as the Taz-maniac.
Oh.
But then when he just became Taz, yeah, I do believe he was bald.
Oh, well then Taz, but with a bigger beard. How about that?
There you go, that works.
The idea is that he's extremely short and bald.
There you go. But yeah, guys, another reason why I'm just so excited that we're finally doing a PWG live reactions is because, yeah, I am a fan of this Candace and Joey team. Because I love douchebags, and Joey is apparently, great in that department. And Candace is just adorable. So, and really talented. So
yeah, and that's another great thing, too, is that PWG has a female champion.
Yeah.
And it's not like she has, like, her own division to be the champion of. She's a champion along with men.
Yeah, that's a thing of beauty right there.
Yeah, progressive and refreshing, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. And
especially because she holds her own. She really does.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, dude, if you think about it, a lot of the matches with the best friends, Candace and Joey, it really does come down to
Candace and Joey aren't the best friends. They're the world's cutest tag team.
Oh, they're the world's cutest tag team. Sorry, I got to mix up.
The best friends are Chuck Taylor and Trent.
Yeah, Chuck Taylor and Trent. That's right. But it really does come down to Candace a lot of the time. and Joey, is kind of taken out of the equation, and she's got to fight and be resilient and be scrappy and take the win home. So I love that they.
There was even a show we saw where Joey got taken to the back and she was all by herself.
Exactly. So Candace is fiercely independent in ring, which we find to be really admirable and entertaining. And considering how we were lamenting the Divas division on the Raw product on Monday, yeah, you can imagine how refreshing it is to look at other promotions and how they treat their women by comparison. So
yeah, and Joey Ryan was actually the generic American wrestler in the Wrestling Isn't Wrestling video by Max Landis.
Right.
He was awesome. It's so great because it was actually him and Johnny Mundo in that little skit that they did.
Yep.
Johnny Mundo got to play the Russian.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh wow. I apologize ahead of time, guys. I'm gonna wait to hear it, but I don't know either one of the Beaver Boys' names. Actually, you know what? Rather than waiting to hear it, I'm gonna be proactive and I'm gonna look it up while John talks.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Beaver Boys taking it to Candace and Joey right now, and they got the lollipop of Joey Ryan, and I think they're about to smush it here. And yeah, pretty much saying, I don't know if they're just gonna dispose of it or what have you. They've got both of them isolated now. Joey Ryan suspended. Oh, they're gonna feed him the lollipop. That's what they're gonna do. Oh, God.
Well, isn't Joey Ryan the one whose mouth the lollipop originally came from?
Yeah, but I don't know if they wiped it all along the ring or something. They did something to it. Oh, it's going to be Candace. But Candace gets the boot up. Beautiful. Oh, she gets her foot checked, though. And now, military press. And
Holy
Candace.
crap, this guy's so strong.
One hand. And Joey Ryan. Oh, with the lollipop.
Spit it out, dude. Spit it out.
Yeah, what's taking you so long? Candace going to try and live and get a body slam here. She's not trying to. Now
Joey's going to help her.
Help. And there you go.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, senton there.
Okay, the taller guy is Alex Reynolds, and the guy with the beard is John Silver.
Okay, Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds there, reversing the Irish whip on Joey Ryan. Gets booted in the face. Oh, but now tosses Joey Ryan out.
Yeah, under the top rope, though. That was kind of weird.
Indeed. And hey! He's not legal in this thing. Alex Reynolds being a major douchebag right now. And kick to the punch to the gut. Now punch to the face. Tries to close on Candace. Candace vaults over the rope. And tried to get John Silver presumably in a DDT. He counters. Is he going to suplex her? No. Oh, God. So Alex Reynolds just did a dive outside the ropes onto Candace while she was in the vertical suplex position, and then John Silver just planted her down. And now Joey Ryan is all alone in the ring.
Yeah.
He may have to carry the weight for once.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily be for once, but it would definitely be rare.
Yeah, certainly. Because, I mean, in my experiences, I really don't remember him carrying the weight like that much. I know, and that's always been a role predominantly served by Candace.
Yeah.
But Joey Ryan here, it's going to be gut check time for Mr. Ryan, because now he's going to...
Oh, was that a TNA joke?
No, actually, but yeah, I am starting to connect the dot. Wow. That moment when your friends are more self-aware about potential jokes you make than you are. But John Silver now, nice snap suplex there to Joey Ryan.
Absolutely. Yeah, dude, because Joey Ryan was on that TNA gut check thing, and he ended up having this big feud with Al Snow.
Yeah, that's right.
Al Snow just hates everyone new.
Yeah, he really does. I don't know if it's like bitterness or what it is, but I would read reports about Joey Ryan and his interactions on TNA, and I was like, wow, it sounds like TNA's got something really special on their hands, and then nothing, like everything else in TNA.
Yeah.
And then the Beaver Boys there with that double leg roll, beautifully executed. Now Alex Reynolds is the legal man. Cover here to Joey Ryan.
What do you even call that thing that they just did?
I know there's a specific term for it. I can't think of it. And now, as much as I hate to give them credit, Beaver Boys were smart there. It just pulled Candace off the apron, her face hitting the apron.
Yeah,
and
that's
now,
kind of brutal.
Yeah, Joey Ryan, once again by himself. And now Alex Reynolds mocking, pretty much saying, come on, tag your partners, Joey, tag your partners. And nobody to tag.
And then just a kick to the back.
Gotta tell you though, I mean, if they've done their homework and they've watched, past matches with the the cutest tag team, then they will know they are not a team to sleep on. They're not a team to take lightly. And that was a beautiful tag there by the Beaver boys. And now John Silver, this guy doing right in pile driver position, but instead he power bombs him on Alex Reynolds' knees, and that's great teamwork there by the Beaver boys.
Yeah, I feel like one of the very few things that people do like that, where like the one guy will put his boot up on the turnbuckle and the other guy will slam the other person's face into the boot. I feel like that's something that people don't do enough, using each other as a way to implement pain.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm a mark for all the fundamentals of tag team wrestling, and that is something I wish that people would do more. Because there's more than one way to kind of show that you can work as a cohesive whole and have double team maneuverings.
Yeah.
And that would be a great way, especially for a really heelish team, as the Beaver Boys are trying to portray here, to kind of take on that role.
It's so weird because, like, if you look at Joey and Candace, Joey is almost like a heel and Candace is like a babyface, but then Joey's like a cool guy sometimes too. Like when Candace can't lift someone, he goes over and helps her,
Right.
It's like a weird dynamic. And now they're facing a heel team, so obviously they're both going to be more babyface.
Right, and then there's back elbow again to Candace. And it's funny because I think the Beaver Boys do recognize Candace as a legitimate threat, because that's the second time I've noted that they have isolated Candace here. They are afraid of Candace getting that tag.
What's great, though, is that every time they attack her and she gets taken off the apron, she comes right back up on the apron. And that's a great thing to me because, like, in WWE, if a female would get, like, back elbowed or kicked off of something, they'd be down forever. Like, look at AJ Lee at WrestleMania, for God's sakes.
Right. And Candace, again, as you were talking, gets right back on the apron. There is no quit in Candace.
But the Beaver Boys are doing a great job of isolating Joey right now.
Oh, absolutely. I compliment every team that knows how to cut the ring in half, that knows how to make it seem bigger on their end than it actually is. And the Beaver Boys are doing that in spades. I got to give it to them.
Oh, the kick to the chest.
And now look at John Silver flexing. And I wish I could be more critical of that, but everybody in this human populace has more muscles than I do, so I have to stay moot on that point. And now John Silver going to shoot Joey Ryan off the ropes here. Oh, look at that, though. Pump handle roll through. And Joey Ryan, nice suplex there.
Very nice.
Now this could be the moment that Joey Ryan needed if he could get a tag, but it seems like John Silver's just a little bit closer to his corner.
We want Candace chance.
If he can tag in Alex Reynolds could potentially get to Joey Ryan in time before he gets to Candace. These next few moments are critical. John Silver gets the tag. Joey Ryan, he gets the tag as well, though. Candace is in the match.
And she got a headbutt, and she's going to the top rope already. Hurricane Rana onto Alex Reynolds.
Beautiful snap Hurricane Rana onto Alex Reynolds.
And she's going for another head scissors takeover. No! Octopus!
Octopus stretched by Candace. And will Alex Reynolds tap?
Oh, with a knee to the face.
Oh, beautiful, using the free knee to strike. Brilliant by Candace.
John Silver coming back in the ring, went to attack, but no. Oh, my God. Candace just reversed everything and made it so that Alex Reynolds speared John Silver.
Candace's awareness in ring is impeccable.
Everyone knows she's the real star of this team.
Well, yeah. I mean, her 360-degree vision. You gotta wonder what her blind spot is when she can see guys coming like that. And another snap Hurricane Rana, this time off the apron, into John Silver, to Alex Reynolds. Beautiful. Joey Ryan, the sole man left in the ring.
Absolutely effortless. Joey Ryan helps her get up to the top rope in one jump, and immediately she comes off of it, does a Hurricane Rana onto Reynolds, and throws him into Silver. Great stuff. Joey Ryan just threw Alex Reynolds back in the ring. Candace is on the top rope. Joey's going to lift her up and probably throw her into Alex. And but into a tornado DDT almost.
Oh, man. Beaver Boys are in jeopardy here. I mean, they got to dig down deep now. I mean, again, like I said, the world's cutest tag team are not a team that you take lightly. I mean, the last PWG event that you and I watched, Ashton, they beat the current ROH tag team champions, The Addiction. That's how great this team is.
Oh, wow, and that was impressive.
That was beautiful double team
work.
work.
Oh, my God.
Oh, DDT there.
Right now. Joey Ryan got Candace up into a fireman's carry and used her feet to kick both guys, and then did an AA onto Alex Reynolds, and then she did a diving tornado DDT onto John Silver on the outside. We have a pin. No, 2 count.
Alex Reynolds
pop up. Freaking lung blower.
Beautiful there.
From Reynolds to Ryan. Candace is back on the apron, but, oh, wow, it looks like she's out of it so much that she didn't even think to try and break up that pin.
Yeah, she's struggling just to get like a vertical base on the apron. And
Oh,
now
and
her
just
leg,
like that, Alex Reynolds pulls her off the apron and knocks her on the face onto the mat.
this may be the night that the world's cutest tag team finally tastes defeat. They've been on such a roll since you and I have been watching PWG,
Oh
but
my
the
God.
Beaver Boys are in control right now.
Yeah, Joey just got sandwiched between two painful feet.
Is
But
that
he
it?
kicks out.
Oh, he kicked out. I thought that was 3. I'm not gonna lie. I was
Did
like,
kick out.
wow,
He did, yeah.
wow.
Oh my goodness. He is smart enough to lay on his stomach, though. He rolled himself over.
I feel like I don't give Joey Ryan enough credit, or I haven't throughout the course of this team, us watching them, and he is certainly resilient to kick out of that. Absolutely.
So crazy to think about, but really, Joey Ryan has been an absolute mainstay on the American Indies for the last decade.
Oh, look at that. Tosses Alex Reynolds into John Silver. And now
Oh, wow.
Candace gets the tag again.
Yeah, I didn't know she recovered and was in her corner already. That was awesome.
I didn't either. I thought she was still on
Just going to town on John Silver.
beating the crap out of him.
But she has the awareness to get out of the way when Reynolds comes over. Ballplex!
There it is. Oh, nighty-night Alex Reynolds. And now John Silver.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what a straight right.
And he flexes again.
He's so
But Joey Ryan with a super kick!
Oh, super kick party. Somebody call the Young Bucks. And there's another one there to Alex Reynolds. But Alex Reynolds, look at that.
Another super kick from Reynolds. Everybody is down, and the only person whose shoulders aren't down is Alex Reynolds.
Alex Reynolds with the last gasp of that super kick. Who's the legal man, though? I think it's
John Silver and Candace LeRae, I believe.
Yeah, John Silver and Candace. Two legal men. Or two legal people, I should say, in this match. And now I think Alex Reynolds, though, is going to try and go for a tag, maybe? Or I guess
I guess Reynolds was legal and John Silver just came in.
Yeah, there you go. So I guess now it's John
Joey
Silver.
and John.
Yeah, Joey and John now in the ring. It's a slugfest here at Don't Sweat the Technique. Who's going to come out on top?
It looks like John Silver is definitely, yeah.
Oh, wow, the flurry
just
of
the strike
stuff.
combination followed up by the kick to the thigh. But Joey Ryan showing some life. Oh, but John Silver with the diving European uppercut.
Beautiful kick to the gut there of Joey Ryan. And what is this?
Oh my.
Beautiful.
What do you even call that? That was like a weird variation of some kind of a backbreaker, inverted lung blower or something.
I know there's a
Candace is in the ring, though. Oh, but John
oh.
Silver has her up for Alabama Slam.
Oh, she got caught.
An Alabama Slam into the turnbuckle.
Oh, my
Alex
God.
Reynolds has her up. Backbreaker, tilt-a-whirl style. John Silver with the lariat.
Oh, it's over. It's over.
No.
2. Candace somehow.
Yeah, Candace LeRae is a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for here? She's tougher than that, man.
Has greater perseverance.
She's tougher than that. Let's just say that.
Yeah, her resiliency.
Resilient. That's the word I was originally looking for. Resilient.
I know Candace is resilient, but I feel like even certain men wouldn't have been able to kick out of that. So it's nothing to do with Candace. Just that was a wicked, wicked sequence. And man, just her hard to kick out.
John Silver's on the top rope. Alex Reynolds has Candace up in a fireman's carry.
Oh, but Joey Ryan here's going to save. Oh, but look at that.
Wow.
Brilliant by Reynolds.
He copied Joey. Oh, but inverted Rana. A poison Rana from Candace onto Alex Reynolds. John Silver's still on the top rope. Joey Ryan does a suicide dive onto Reynolds. Candace is still in the ring with John Silver on the top rope. She's going up there. A top rope ballplex, maybe.
Avalanche ballplex. And there it is. Avalanche ballplex. Cover. 2.
And
3
that's
count. World's cutest tag team wins again.
With an avalanche ballplex.
Unbelievable.
Great match, though. That was a lot of fun.
I love watching this team. Yeah. I do. I never get tired.
Oh, here we go. It's time for the freaking slugfest, man. Tommy N versus Chris Hero.
You may want to put the kids to bed for this one, folks. This one is going to be hard-hitting. This one is going to be violent. Oh,
if you are a highly sensitive type, you will not want to watch this because violence is definitely on its way.
Yeah, it's not only legal, it's allowed. Let's put it that way. Oh, man.
Thanks, Batista. Thanks.
Indeed.
Tommy End is a Dutch wrestler, for those of you that aren't aware.
I'm not familiar with Tommy End at all, so based solely on familiarity, I got to go with Chris Hero in this match.
Probably. Because I know Chris Hero is I don't know if he's contracted, but he's more of a regular in PWG, whereas Tommy End is just kind of like visiting. Oh, you know what? Speaking of visiting, I think Zack Saber Jr. is on this show.
Oh, that's going to be fun for me.
Yes, I'm pretty sure he's in the main event with Roddy Strong, actually.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, dude.
That's going to be a phenomenal main event. And again, for all of you joining us, if you're still with us for this match, I want to say thank you for the support, for the viewership, and yeah, guys, the reactions are just going to continue to build and build to the card like this. PWG Don't Sweat the Technique so far has been delivering on all fronts. I'm having so much fun, and this next match is going to be something special, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean, if you're aware of Chris Hero and you know his style, you know that he is a striker first, a striker second, and a striker third. And Tommy End is one of the few people on the planet that can match Chris Hero's strikes.
I mean, here's the thing. For people that know me intimately and the kind of wrestling styles I love, you know, the technical wrestling, the really well-done high-flying and things like that, I do have a soft spot for, you know, brawlers and people of that nature.
I think there's a fine line, though, between brawlers and strikers. I know when you say brawler, it's kind of implied that they punch a lot, but I think a brawler is more somebody that doesn't really worry too much about doing anything fancy. They just want to kind of ground and pound you, whereas with strikers, they're more flashy, I think. And that's kind of where Chris Hero fits in.
I think that's a fair point, because I was getting ready to say that everybody knows that I'm a big JBL fan, especially, you know, going back and seeing his heel work, and I loved, you know, the haymakers that he would throw at certain points in matches, but Chris Hero makes that look like child's play with what he does with his elbows. Just unbelievable, the striking power of Chris Hero.
I'm not sure what Chris Hero is doing, but apparently he's going after someone in the crowd. Talking to somebody in the crowd specifically. Telling them about Tommy End, potentially.
Oh, well, that seemed more like a jovial encounter. It didn't seem like he was trying to intimidate or bully any fans.
Yeah, it looks almost like he's tying his ring boots.
I gotta say, I was very privileged to see Chris Hero perform one time at Force 1. He was going against a student of his from, I believe, a European promotion. I think it was called WXW, if I'm not mistaken.
It sounds...
Yeah, it was a great matchup, and we were my section, because we called ourselves the Snake Pit because we were always the most vocal of anybody there, but we were absolutely quiet out of a show of respect for Chris Hero for a good bit of the match. I mean, yeah, we came unglued towards the end and everything, but we just wanted to watch the man go to work because we knew what a big deal it was that Force 1 got Chris Hero for one night.
Yeah.
And it was so cool watching him. And to see him do what he's done in PWG, I have loved his work here, and that's why I'm so excited that he has a match here tonight. And you see Tommy in there, nice single leg takedown, but look at that front face lock there by Chris Hero stuffing it.
And he rolls around and he immediately goes for the face lock.
Beautiful.
But Tommy End getting that advantage. Oh, he's got him in an armbar already.
Armbar.
I think you're going to come away from this match absolutely loving Tommy End.
Oh, now picking the leg, the transition though.
Dude, Tommy End is so intense.
And then right back to the front face.
Dude, Hero lift him up. Oh my god.
Oh god, I can already tell that this match is going to do things to me. If Tommy End can do that sequence in a matter of seconds and Chris Hero can, you know, just get him on the top rope and do things like that. Look at him clapping for Tommy End.
And Tommy End is just sitting there like, all right, we're done with round one. Let's see what happens next.
Chris Hero reminds me of that parent that just placates their child by saying, sure, we'll put it on the fridge, just to quiet their child about the macaroni art they made.
And then it turns out that child is literally Mozart.
Exactly.
At least in this specific case.
I mean, if that whole sequence was a foreshadowing of things to come, Chris Hero may have to come to learn to respect Tommy End when this match is over. And now he's got control here. And, he's got him in, I think, kind of a cravat. I'm not sure.
Yeah, dude. If Chris Hero has his arms near somebody's head, 9 times out of 10, it's a cravat.
And now look at that nice side headlock takedown there by Tommy End.
Tommy End very, very physical in the ring.
But I love that they're not really showing it too much yet. I mean, and normally, again, it's such a standard line in other promotions say, well, don't expect anything scientific, and yet these guys really are. They're feeling each other out.
Well, I mean, I don't think Tommy End is that big. He looks like he's about 5'11", maybe 6 feet tall.
Right.
I mean, Chris Hero is a solid 6'4", 6'5", but Tommy End's smaller. Wow! Chris Hero literally just shimmied his way out of a headlock. That was great.
Chris Hero, for some promotions, may not conform to their aesthetic of what a body should look like, but I'll tell you, never take anything away from Chris Hero. He is an incredible performer.
Yeah, I mean, if you're very concerned with the look and the appearance, Chris Hero is probably not for you. I mean, he's not an ugly guy by any means, but the fact that he doesn't have the ideal body that most pro wrestling fans look for, but that doesn't take anything away from him. He's amazing.
Exactly.
When you're as talented, as skilled, as just everything else that you could ask for in a wrestler as Chris Hero is, you look past the body issues.
Definitely. And I mean,
And
he
look at the Tommy End. Say what you will about Chris Hero as a striker, Tommy End is just constantly, look at this, feeling out Chris Hero to figure out where he can hit him hardest.
Exactly, and I love that. I love the conservative approach in the opening minutes. These guys don't want to rush into anything. It's not a matter of just, I'm going to impose my will upon it and everything will sort itself out. There's a strategic element from both guys here. And now
You can tell Tommy End just went for a kick. Chris Hero caught it and hit him with a chop. And the look on Tommy End's face said, man, I really didn't want to get hit this early in the match.
Yeah, Tommy N just almost looking irritated that he got chopped there by Chris Hero. And then look at that middle kick to the chest.
That was brilliant, too. It looked almost like he was going to go for another chop, and he went for the kick instead. He almost faked Chris Hero out with that.
Yeah, exactly. Chris Hero, though, seems like he's ready for more. And these guys, I think, are going to have a little show-off. Anything you can do, I can do better kind of deal. You eat my chop, I'll eat your chop. We'll see who's the last man standing. There's another kick there by Tommy N. And another chop there by Hero.
Yeah, Chris Hero's chops are winning right now. Although Tommy End's kicks are solid, you don't see Tommy End asking for 2 and 3 of Chris Hero's chops.
Oh, and now he's just really obliging Chris Hero's request. Multiple kicks. Oh, but look at how Hero responds now with the chops. My God. And
oh, wow, Tommy End just bumped from one.
Chris Hero going to try and catch his breath.
And that's another thing, too. I mean, if you think Chris Hero's out of shape, you're completely wrong. He might be a little bit fluffy as far as his appearance goes, but he is the furthest thing from out of shape. He recently wrestled for 2 hours straight.
What?
It was for charity.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's funny because after All Night Long recently on Lucha Underground, I was like, man, wouldn't it be crazy if they did like a 2-hour Iron Man match or something like that? And then Chris Hero does wrestle for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
I'm so glad you told me that because now it makes me look at Chris Hero. I mean, I already looked upon him favorably, and I think you knew that, but it just makes me look at him in a totally different light after that. That's insanity.
It really is. But these guys are kind of slugging it out on the outside of the ring now. That's why we've kind of resorted to talking about other stuff because, oh my God! Chris Hero literally just hit Tommy End with a senton while he was sitting on a chair to the outside.
And that was a point I wanted to make at one part during the matchup where it seemed appropriate, is that we talk about Chris Hero's body and everything. I mean, when you have the kind of mass that he does and the kind of humanity that he's walking in with, that is a weapon in itself, and he just demonstrated it right there with that senton.
Yep.
That couldn't have felt good for Tommy N.
No.
And this crowd eating it up. One chant that I love from the PWG crowd that shows you how legit Chris Hero is, and I loved it from the moment I heard it. Chris Hero ain't no one to fuck with. And that is so true on so many levels.
Yep. Oh, wow. Tommy N barely gets in the ring. Chris Hero immediately hits him with a basement dropkick.
Look at Tommy N's face, Ashton. He doesn't even know where he is right now.
No, he really doesn't.
I could ask him what day of the week it is, and he'd respond Venus.
Blue. Oh, yeah. Oh, and senton in the middle of the ring.
And he got height on that one. Hooks the leg in deep, and Tommy N's still able to kick out. But, man.
Oh.
I don't even think the cover was about getting the win. I just think it's forcing your opponent to exert energy they don't have.
Yeah, and sending a message, I would say, even.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Hero wants something in the corner there. I hope Tommy N reverses this one. No, Chris Hero immediately with the forearm. Bounces off the ropes. Tommy N with a kick to the chest. Bounces off the ropes. And a headbutt.
The battering ram
to the back of the head. Oh, my God. Chris Hero is demolishing Tommy N right now. Tommy N, though, standing ready for more. He's smiling.
He's smiling and laughing. Can't remember the last time somebody smiled about the prospect of being hit by Chris Hero. Now look at this flurry here from Tommy N.
Tosses him into the ropes, and the knee to the gut of Chris Hero.
The kitchen sink by Tommy N. That was a kick to the head.
And
cover.
And like you said, forcing his opponent to exert the effort to kick out.
Exactly. I
Got
love
F him up, Tommy, F him up chance.
Beautiful.
Interwoven with Hero. That was great. Great chant, crowd. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Tommy End with the kick to the face, but Hero stood up almost as if to say, bring it on.
Chris Hero's pain threshold is absolutely unbelievable.
And yet he's wincing with these kicks.
You're talking about, like, I would lose an I Quit match simply from stubbing my toe. And Chris Hero can just endure all of this punishment. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Tommy End is in the middle of the ring. The last thing we saw him do to Chris Hero was just a straight kick to the chest, which sent Chris Hero back into the crowd onto a bunch of folding chairs.
Right.
So he's waiting, possibly taking a countout victory. We never know.
Well, hey, I mean, I couldn't fault Tommy End for that. I mean, obviously, I want to see these guys go at it. I want to see who the better man really is. But when you're in the ring with Chris Hero and you know how hard he'll hit you in the mouth, he'll hit you every which way.
Chris Hero begging Tommy End off.
It's not often you see Chris Hero be intimidated, whether he's feigning it or not. Nice snapmare takedown, and then what a single kick to the face.
Yeah, single foot kick just to the face, almost like a Roderick Strong sick kick. But Chris Hero kicks out at 1.
And if you're Tommy End, how good are you feeling right now that you've got Chris Hero right where you want him?
I don't think you're feeling super good at all, considering Chris Hero just kicked out at 1 after that kick to the face.
That is true. It's got to frustrate you a little bit. You know, what do you got to design in your head? What do you got to produce in the ring to get a 3 count on Chris Hero?
Yeah.
I mean, hell, we talked about Trevor Lee in his match earlier against Mike Bailey, and we talked about the match with Chris Hero. He only beat Chris Hero by a hiccup. He caught him in a cradle, and that's how he got the win.
Right. Yeah, and that's how he ended up getting the title match, too.
You know, Chris Hero isn't somebody... He's very difficult to beat by pure design, and what I mean by that is, you know, maybe a maneuver that's so devastating that, you know, he just can't kick out. Most people, I think, beat Chris Hero because of those hiccups, because he gets caught. But as far as deliberation, as far as just pure offense that is potent enough, that is effective enough, you'd be hard-pressed to find it. And look at Hero. My God, the athleticism of this man. What a boot
and
to
just
the
a
face.
straight big boot to the face, yeah. But Hero gets in the
he's
ring,
got him
going
locked
for a... Oh, counter from Tommy End! But Chris Hero's immediately right back up and staring a hole in him.
Wow.
Oh, but Hero does a little neck crack, a little homage to former partner Claudio Castagnoli, now known as Cesaro. Oh, and a straight punch to the face!
Jesus!
Oh, and a forearm, and another forearm, and another, and another, and another, and another. Oh my God! Tommy is now on Tommy's out on his ass.
These are the forearms I was foreshadowing, people. Holy crap!
And he's still hitting Tommy End with forearms, even though Tommy is just out in the corner, on his butt, in the turnbuckle. And Chris Hero stands up and taunts the crowd a little bit.
I'll tell you what, if I was ever in a bar fight, I'd want Chris Hero with me with those forearms. Good God. Knock anybody on their ass. I mean, look at Tommy End now. I said earlier that I didn't even think he knew where he was. Does he even know who he is after that? Oh, my God. And now he's going to try and get back up to his feet. He's on both knees, and just got slapped by Hero.
Oh, my God. Tommy End can't even throw a kick right now.
He can't. He tried to, but it was so flimsy and
Chris Hero just hits a simple basement drop kick on Tommy End almost effortlessly, kips up, and then continues with the kicking of Tommy End's head. And a knife edge chop to Tommy End. Chris Hero is firmly in the driver's seat right now. Oh, but Tommy End with a jumping double stomp.
Beautiful.
Chris Hero that's a Trevor Lee move if I've ever seen one.
Definitely. I know, Chris Hero's still able to kick out. And I was even getting ready to say, too, it's funny that Tommy End, makes a turnaround at that point in the matchup because I always feel like Chris Hero's biggest enemy is his arrogance when he feels like he's in control of a matchup.
And that happens more often than not. I mean, there's always, at some point in a Chris Hero match, he will be in firm control.
Exactly. And now, what's this
here? Setting him up for maybe an inverted nothing? No, never mind.
Thought maybe an inverted neck breaker or cutter or something. Tommy End gets the waist lock, but Chris Hero now fighting it out with the really pointed elbows. Oh, man, Tommy End, I think, could barely maintain that vertical base. And now, kick to the gut there. Chris Hero verbs.
Oh, the knee to the head.
What a knee strike.
And a deadlift German.
2. Oh, no, Chris Hero kicked out. What a knee strike.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Good God.
Tommy End up to his feet already. He has fully recovered from the beating he received earlier. Rolling Chris Hero onto his back in the corner. Is he going to go for a top rope maneuver? It looks like it, yeah.
Well, if you're Tommy End, I mean, you got to figure to yourself, I might as well go to the high rent district. I've got nothing else to lose. Nothing else has put Chris Hero away. Driver a double foot stomp. Chris Hero moves out of the way. Tommy End trying to scout it. Oh, look at that hero.
Oh my God.
Kick in the face. And
Oh, the elbow to the knee. How does that even work?
Well, apparently, quite effectively. Just ask Tommy End. Tommy End, though, catches the leg. The free leg, though, kicks him in the face. Who's in control right now? Rolling. No, I thought it was going to be rolling forearm, but it's a boot to the face. Beautiful by Hero.
A discus pump kick.
Oh, my God. Chris Hero. He sucks.
Or I guess you could call it a discus bicycle kick, but still, regardless.
I still can't believe a man that goes as hard as Chris Hero does in matches, doing stuff like that, wrestled for 2 hours recently for charity. If that doesn't prove that the man is a heart of gold despite portraying a heel in ring, I don't know what does. Oh, man.
Tommy End is holding his face, and I imagine that's the only thing keeping it on his head.
Exactly. Well said, my cohort. Well said.
And Chris Hero immediately up to his feet, and he just punches Tommy End right in the freaking dome.
Well, when you're Chris Hero, you don't really have to do much else.
Oh, but Tommy End is still with it. He returns with 3 kicks to the chest. He's going to hit the turnbuckle. Chris Hero with the bicycle kick.
Bicycle kick. Good God, now it's forearm time. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh, and another knee to the face.
Right.
Chris Hero was so angry he flipped Tommy End off and went for a discus elbow, but Tommy End with the gigantic knee to the face and the top rope double stomp, and he goes for the pin, but Chris Hero reverses 1, 2. Tommy End kicks out.
Tommy End kicked out. Wow. Another
spinning back kick.
Good
goes
God,
to the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Chris Hero kicks out.
I feel like it's a spot in every matchup where Chris Hero will try and go for that rolling forearm, but he gets kicked once or twice. And I really thought that was going to be the end of the matchup there, but he was able to stay in it.
His shit's getting predictable, man. People are starting to know what he's going for, and they can kind of pick out his weak spots in his attempt to go for it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why I'm just glad that he was able to stay in it, because now he's going to have to find another way. And it's Tommy End now. No, he's going to the corner. I thought he was going to try and go to the top yet again.
This is awesome, Chance, and I completely agree with you, crowd. It really is.
I am totally sucked in right now.
I wonder if we're going to get to see Monster Mafia tonight.
That would be cool. Considering we've watched him on Aubrey Sitterson recently in his podcast.
Yeah.
I'd like to see those guys compete. And now that rolling forearm, I think, is going to be the game changer.
Oh,
Chris,
wow. Chris Hero went for a boot, but Tommy caught it and gave him a back elbow. He was going for some more strikes, but Chris Hero catches him and goes for a knee to the face. Chris Hero grabs Tommy and puts him into a pile driver position. Is he going to be able to get him up, though?
I think Tommy End's stuffing it, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, Chris Hero's trying really hard, but Tommy End is completely sandbagging him right now.
Oh, man, Tommy End. Oh, now he's buckling there. He's got the knees. Shifting the weight.
Yep.
Trying to
back
block.
Body drop, maybe? Oh, Chris Hero going for the neutralizer.
Oh,
homage to Cesaro again.
The ultimate homage. Can he get it? Pile driver!
Cradle pile driver. That wasn't an homage to Cesaro. That was an homage to Jerry freaking Lynn.
Oh, and he's still kicked out!
He still kicks out of the cradle pile driver.
Holy crap!
Tommy End is earning every PWG fan in existence respect tonight, including Chris Hero himself, I think.
Definitely earned my respect. Anybody else that would have been a match ender. Unbelievable.
We have holy shit chance, my friend.
And deserved. Really, the holy shit doesn't even come from the move. It comes from the fact for me that Tommy End kicked out.
He kicked out. And do you even remember Jerry Lynn, John?
I do. Thankfully, because of
Cradle
TNA.
pile driver. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, cradle pile driver, man.
I can't believe the crowd didn't start chanting Jerry Lynn after he hit that.
Yeah. Now, though, you got to imagine, I don't know if Tommy End really has anything left to stop.
Hero was going for a neck breaker, it looks like. But no, Tommy End with the backslide. One, two. Oh, that was so close. Tommy End went for a knee to the face. Chris Hero caught him. German suplex, but Tommy End is up on his knees. Chris Hero off the ropes.
There's the knee. Good God. And now finally, There it is. There it is.
Oops.
It's going to be over here. Hits it again.
Oh, strike. Tommy End is still on his feet, though. Chris Hero with another discus elbow.
3.
Can
Now
we...
he's holding Tommy End up. This is going to be it here. Oh, he's taking it down.
Elbow pad entirely and another discus elbow. That's
4.
got it. Just put it away.
2.
Oh,
No!
for that too. Are you kidding me right now? 4.
He kicked out of 4 rolling elbows. Are you kidding me?
What? How is he even still? And he rolled over onto his stomach too.
How is he even still alive right now?
Oh my god. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you suck me into a match. Because how in the blue hell is Chris Hero going to end this? Tommy End has to use Chris Hero's body to pull himself up onto his feet. And Chris Hero, another rolling elbow.
Another one. And oh, now.
Going for a tombstone?
Tombstone here.
This has got to be it.
Tombstone. Oh my god. Yeah. Count to 100. 1, 2, 3. Count. Mercifully, it's over.
Oh my god.
Mercifully, it's over.
A freaking tombstone after all those rolling elbows, and he throws it back to Undertaker. Somebody in the crowd's wearing a Lucha Underground shirt. That makes me happy.
Yeah, as they should be.
And ooh. Tommy End, they're showing the post-match, I guess. Tommy End is up, sitting on the turnbuckle. He's kind of with it still. Or again, I guess I should say.
I'll tell you what, I may have come into this match knowing the name Chris Hero, but I leave this match remembering the name Tommy N. What a performance tonight.
I hope he becomes a regular at PWG now, because that was incredibly good. That match was amazing. Easily match of the night so far.
Completely agree. Chris Hero showing respect, this crowd showing respect, and Tommy N giving the respect right back.
Oh, I see Max Landis in the crowd.
That's awesome.
Do you see him there behind Tommy?
Yeah. That's great.
That was great. ACH.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
This is going to be something, folks.
ACH. Well, anytime ACH is in a match, it's going to be something.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. I mean, normally ACH and Tomaso Champa, I'm nothing but praiseworthy of those guys, and believe me, I still am. But they got one hell of a bar to exceed after Tommy N versus Chris Hero. What a match that was. But I gotta tell you, like, I'm excited to be seeing.
Is mocking Champa. That is definitely not the wisest thing for you to do, ACH.
No, that's definitely not good for your health. And that's something that actually all 10 out of 10 doctors would agree on.
Yeah.
And,
what was that? What even just happened?
I have no idea.
I looked away for a split second, and something happened.
I feel like ACH was going for a pose, and Champa kind of stuffed it and made sure ACH couldn't complete it, whatever it was.
Did Champa want a hug?
Maybe. Is he still going through that phase?
Yeah, well, he just loves hugging people.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you really blame him?
Yeah, certainly not. Like I said, it feels like it's been so long, guys, since we've seen...
he wants a hug really bad. But ACH feels really uncomfortable. He's covering up his man boobs.
Yeah, no means no, Champa. Just remember that. Yeah, it feels like quite sometimes we've seen Champa compete, so I'm excited to see this matchup.
Well, it wouldn't have been so long if it wasn't for the fact that we didn't watch this PWG show as soon as it became available to watch.
That is true, and now they're playing Imaginary Catch, I guess?
No, they're playing imaginary one-on-one basketball.
Ah.
And Champa is actually doing pretty good defensive, but never mind. ACH gets around him. And the drop kick to the head!
Beautiful.
This is amazing. I love these guys so much. Oh, the jumping stinger splash in the corner. I think I had to add the jumping to that, because even though Sting does kind of jump, when you compare it to how much air ACH gets when he jumps, it's like it's an extra jump for ACH.
Right.
And the drop kick. Oh, beautiful.
ACH's quickness, man, is unparalleled.
It always annoys me when the announcers call him Champa, because anytime he says his own name, it's always Champa, and you go by what the guy says his name is.
Yeah, I've had that qualm with other guys too, where the announcers seem to, take liberties with the name, and I'm like, he just said it this way. Like,
Yeah.
I understand maybe making a mistake at first and then apologizing for it afterwards, but when the guy goes out of his way to tell you how the name should be pronounced, yeah, don't be a jerk.
Yeah, and every time I ever hear him say his own name, it's always Champa, not Champa.
Exactly.
Because I used to have the same problem. I used to always call him Champa too, and then I heard him cut a few promos where he said his own name, and he always said Champa. Oh, the elbow to the face of ACH.
Oh man, that's nothing but rough contact right
Oh, but
there.
Champa coming off the ropes, going for the knee, but ACH catches him in a roll-up, and now they're both to their feet. ACH off the ropes, over Champa doing backflips. Champa takes his head off with a lariat.
Beautiful.
And Champa doing the ball-in pose that MVP used to do from the ground.
Well, nobody could deny that after that sequence where Champa comes out on top.
These guys, what is the crowd chant? Champa's ballin'. And again, it's Champa.
Oh man, Champa has got to be feeling so good about things right now.
Champa's ridiculous. He's so good. I can't believe the WWE hasn't tried to get him back. I don't even know if he's 30 yet. He's still so young.
Well,
the kick to the back.
Oh yeah, beautiful there. Champa, I'll tell you, he can get brutal. I mean, when you get past the hugs and everything, it's just absolute viciousness from Champa.
Oh, and what do you even call that? He just snapped his neck like up on the rope.
I think it could be like an inverted kind of like rope backbreaker hung up there.
And I just looked it up, and yeah, Champa just turned 30 last month. How crazy is that?
That's insanity is what that is.
And he's just taking ACH to task on the outside right now, and he did the running knee to the face while Champa was hanging out of the ring. Or while ACH was hanging out of the ring, my mistake.
Yeah, Champa, I'll tell you, man, once he gets in control, he really knows how to keep that pace.
Oh, wow.
And yeah,
just a slap fight.
He is absolutely vicious.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, ACH scoop slam.
Oh, ACH going to start mounting a comeback.
Oh, yeah, that was the old MVP ballin' move. What did MVP do when he did that, though? Was it an elbow drop? I feel like it wasn't.
Yeah, he used to call it the ball and elbow.
Oh, okay. So ACH just went full homage mode there. I love it. I wonder if we're going to get Stone Cold ACH in this match.
Probably. That seems to be, a signature in ACH matchups, particularly in PWG, I've noticed.
It's so funny because that whole thing sparked from just the one random time that somebody happened to have a black Stone Cold leather vest on them, and they threw it into the ring, and he found it and did that shtick once, but it's become a part of his repertoire ever since.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of the same thing with Sleazy Kyle when Kyle O'Reilly goes into Sleazy Kyle mode. Have you ever seen Sleazy Kyle, John?
No, I don't believe I ever have.
Oh, we're going to have to watch some of the best of Super Juniors because apparently he was doing it pretty much all tournament. Oh, ACH back to his feet now. Oh, the knife edge chop and the punch. He's just going to start wailing away on Champa here.
Yeah, ACH going to try and make that comeback. And he's going to need to because Champa, like I said, is always very vicious, and you got to take any opportunity you can to get back in the driver's seat.
Nice O'Connor roll there. Oh, and Champa with the face. I feel like everything's directed at the face on tonight's show.
Yeah, I don't know what people's problem is with faces, on this show, but it's always like the knee strikes or the forearms.
Oh, and the cannonball to ACH. Great job by Champa. That's something that it seems like ever since Goldust stopped wrestling a few months ago, we haven't really seen a ton of cannonballs lately. Unless they're into the corner, which is a Kevin Owens thing.
Yeah, exactly. Had beautiful form on it, though, so at least they carry the tradition strong.
We just have Stone Cold Champa going on right now, Chance, because he just drank some beer, and now he's throwing up the double bird to ACH. Kicks him in the back. ACH is on the run, trying to get away from Champa. Oh, apparently Champa threw beer onto ACH, and ACH is trying to escape now.
Oh, tried to, but now, Champa.
But Champa watches him on the ring post.
Good God. That looks brutal. Oh, man. These guys, man, Champa. I mean, it's one thing to wrestle a match, but it's another thing to, take a man's future livelihood. What about little ACH? Isn't anybody gonna think about him in this match?
Did you just call him Little ACH?
Well, I mean, he crotched him on the ring post. I'm saying, isn't anybody gonna think about little ACH? ACH.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think that Little ACH is very comfortable right now.
Certainly not.
And neither is Big ACH.
Now Champa.
Oh, the knee to the face? No.
Oh, but missed it, though.
And ACH. Oh, he's channeling Stone Cold ACH. Stopping a mud hole and walking it dry.
Like I said, it seems more common in PWG that Stone Cold ACH comes out.
Yeah. I think I heard the glass shatter.
And now shoots Champa. Oh, there was going to be this Luthez press.
Yeah, I think here it is. Yeah, there it is. And he held up the double birds in the mid-air. That was amazing. And the elbow drop, beautiful. I loved Stone Cold ACH so much. See, now Shark Boy can seriously take a lesson because ACH does Stone Cold right.
Oh, absolutely.
I wish Stone Cold, if Stone Cold doesn't know about Stone Cold ACH yet, I want to be there when he first finds out about it.
Yeah.
And if he has found out about it already, I want to see the audio where he found out about it.
And hopefully he takes kinder to that than John Cena using a springboard stunner.
Yeah.
Oh, ACH here going off the ropes. Could be a Fosbury flop, and no.
Oh, he might go for a field goal kick, though. And
He's
there
got
it is.
Or should I say goal?
Yeah, that was perfect. That was great. Oh, my God. I love to... Oh, somebody in the crowd just did the goal thing that you just did. Yeah, ACH hurt his foot on Ciampa's face. I just said Champa again. What is my problem? ACH going off the ropes now. No, but no, Champa takes out the middle rope.
Beautiful. Brilliant maneuvering there by Champa. And now, is he going to try and go for a cover? Yes, he is. Digs the forearm in the face, and ACH still kicks out.
Dang.
Oh, man. And now I think this match kind of slowed down a little bit, which I think works favorably for Tomaso Ciampa.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime ACH gets to quicken the pace a little bit, everybody is in just deep shit.
And now he's hung ACH. He's hung ACH on the ropes here.
Probably going to go for that Randy Orton superplex.
And oh, ACH, though, grabbing the bald head. Oh, covering the hand in the face and everything.
I don't know what's going on right now, but it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I'm
Ciampa has his hand in ACH's mouth, and now he's got him wrapped up. It looks like he's going to go for... Oh, it doesn't even look like a superplex. It looks like he's going to go for some kind of a fireman's carry maneuver.
Yeah, definitely. And ACH, though,
fighting out of it.
Side of the head.
We still haven't seen a stunner. It's worth noting.
Yeah, we have not. That could be the game changer in this matchup. ACH on the top rope.
Drop kick. No, a double kick to the back.
Beautiful. Pulls the leg, cover, it packages him up, folds him up, and Ciampa kicks out.
Yeah, he kind of flipped out of it almost.
Referee had great positioning there. Can't blame it on the call there. ACH looking to take it, though, to that next gear. Is he raising the roof?
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
Well, ACH is getting into it, whatever it is. Oh, deadlift German, maybe?
Yeah, that's what it was going to be.
It's got the waist lock, but Ciampa playing great defense here.
I mean, how much of a deadlift can it possibly be if the other person can resist it?
Exactly.
You know, like...
Yeah.
The whole point of a deadlift is that you're doing it against your opponent's will, so... Oh! He wanted the through the ropes flatliner, but Ciampa caught him with a kick to the face, and then an inverted STO while ACH was hung on the top rope.
Beautiful by Ciampa.
I guess that would have been I guess that was a flatliner. An inverted STO is basically the same thing as a flatliner.
Right.
But a rope hung, a top rope hung flatliner at that. Ciampa says, you have a variation of a traditional move, I can do you one better.
Yeah, absolutely. Ciampa is so good. And that's why I missed watching him compete, because, I mean, you see him in the ring and the things he does, he's effective. He may be a little off balance, a little off kilter. That doesn't make him any less effective in the ring.
I think that's what makes him great.
Exactly. Hey, it's often been said, when you can walk that line between genius and insanity, nobody can stand in your way. And I don't see anybody standing up to Champa right now. And
Yeah.
ACH certainly isn't, because he's down on the ground.
The crowd's chanting that Ciampa's going to kill ACH. Oh, ACH is just getting angry. Starting to hook up a little bit.
And slapping Champa right back. This is development of his life, and that was a straight right there.
But ACH returns with a right of his own. Champa with a right. ACH trembles a little bit and then returns with a right forearm. Champa with a forearm of his own. Now we've just got a slugfest, folks.
Yeah, we are seeing an
Champa
exchange.
With knees to the face. ACH comes off the ropes, jumps. Oh, we might get super kick.
Beautiful super kick of a Champa. Oh, and another super kick by ACH. And now the German.
Not even a deadlift, just a bridging German.
And now rolls it over. Oh, but Champa kicked out before ACH could finish the sequence.
Yeah. I'm waiting for ACH to hit that stunner, man. It's still in his arsenal. ACH going to the top rope, though. He wants a big move right now.
Higher end district here.
Maybe a frog splash. It looked almost like he was doing the Eddie Guerrero chest wave.
Can he hit it? All risk or no reward. That's how these things work out.
No.
And no reward.
Yeah, he looked like he was going for a 450, actually. Champa pop-up powerbomb into his knee. Project Champa. This might be it. 1, 2. ACH kicks out of Project Champa.
But look at Champa. Doesn't get
Champa goes for another one immediately.
Goes right back on it. But it's not enough. It's not enough.
Stone Cold
Stunner. The stunner.
Oh, and ACH immediately going to the top rope, not even trying to get a pinfall off the stunner. 450.
He gets to 450.
And he hit it.
That's going to be it.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Holy crap. I can't even believe that he actually used that stunner as a setup for the 450, and it actually won him the match.
And you can't take anything away from Champa there. It's not that he got frustrated. He tried going immediately for another Project Champa.
Yeah.
ACH simply outmaneuvered him.
Oh, Monster Mafia is wrestling and going against Sabin and Sidel.
It's going to be so weird seeing Sabin work babyface when I'm so used to seeing him work heel in Ring of Honor now.
I know, right? Oh, but Ethan Page. Ethan Page is amazing.
Yeah, Monster Mafia seem like really cool guys. So it'll be cool watching them compete, do their thing. Didn't they say that they were, because of a tournament, actually former PWG Tag Team Champions?
I think it happened in May, and I think that's actually the next show that we should be able to live react to.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
Yeah, Josh Alexander and Ethan Page, though. Specifically, I don't have anything against Josh Alexander. I do like him. He had some great things to say on his episode of Straight Shoot, but I was actually a fan of Ethan Page before I even knew about Monster Mafia, to be honest.
Oh, well, that's always good.
Well, and it's one of those things where you look at all these lists of the top 25 prospects in the indie circuit and the best young pro wrestling prospects and all this stuff, and Ethan Page was one of the very few guys who was over 6 feet tall on those lists. And just because I always have such like a WWE centric, like I'm always trying to figure out who the next big guy in WWE is going to be, I immediately try and find the 6 foot plus guys, because those are the guys that WWE typically looks at. And Ethan Page is 6'2". He's got a ton of charisma, great in-ring work, he's a very well-rounded. I really, really enjoy his work.
Definitely. All 4 men in this matchup certainly have something worthwhile to give, and that's why they're here. That's why we're having this match.
That's why I'm so excited about guys like Moose and Donovan Dijak, because they're veritable giants in ROH, but they would fit in very well in WWE.
Exactly.
Especially Moose, I think. Donovan Dijak is kind of at that weird, he's really tall and he's really athletic, but he's not quite sure what to do with it stage. Moose, I think, is at the point now that he's that perfect, almost like blank slate, where you can just kind of write anything you want on him. You can turn him into anything you want, and it would be great.
Yeah, I completely agree with that assessment on all counts. And we're just waiting for this match to get underway here. I think, I don't know, maybe the teams are having trouble deciding who's going to start off for each side.
I don't know. It looks like Ethan Page is pretty willing and ready to start for the Monster Mafia.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Ashton, but I feel like Matt Sidel and Sabin have actually teamed before on past PWG shows, so this isn't a foreign team.
Yeah. I feel like we've actually seen them. Did they go against?
I feel like they went against the Young Bucks.
Best Friends, maybe?
The best. I felt like they had a match with the Young Bucks though as well.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. I bet you anything that's what it was. Speaking of the Young Bucks, sadly, the Young Bucks I don't think have contracts with PWG anymore.
Aw.
Yeah, it was. Everyone was so excited because someone made an announcement, and it was obviously not true, but someone made an announcement that Angelico and Jack Evans' first match in PWG was going to be against the Young Bucks, and everyone was freaking out about it. And it lasted like an hour before the Bucks shut it down and said that they don't have contracts with PWG anymore.
That's really sad.
Yeah, but I mean, the good news is Angelico and Jack Evans are still in line to have their first ever match as a tag team in PWG.
That's gonna be insane.
Angelico has never wrestled for PWG before. Obviously, Jack Evans used to, but Angelico never has.
We're gonna have Sean Angelico, our full support team, Lucha Underground, baby.
For sure. Well, and Jack Evans is with Lucha Underground now, too.
Exactly. God, I love Jack Evans.
Oh, wow. That was impressive by Sabin. He used his right foot to pull his left leg out of Josh Alexander's hands.
I gotta tell you, for me personally, I never really like to get overly schmaltzy with my wrestling, but I do find Sabin to be inspirational to a degree. Had 2 serious knee injuries on both knees, and is still able to compete at a certain level and do what he loves. I mean,
yeah.
All the respect in the world.
And the crazy thing is, he's changed his style so much, but he's still very good.
Absolutely.
Like, he's changed his style a lot, but he's not gotten any worse for wear.
That's why, honestly, that's one of the reasons why I really got behind and was very commendable of his heel work in ROH, because I feel like, then you don't do all the crazy stuff to try and get pops, and it's probably, a more conservative disposition to take for your health, when you work a certain style as a heel. And I think Ethan Page is just trying to show support, and I think they were just kind of mocking Sabin there, potentially.
Yeah, I thought it was a tag, though. I mean, Josh Alexander's hands hit Ethan Page's hands, and Ethan Page is in the corner, so why was that not a tag?
Yeah, that's the one thing that kind of bothers me about tag matches across all spectrums, is they never really specify what a tag is. I mean, some really have a loose interpretation of it, and it's bodily contact with another part of the body. So say if, Ethan Page got his foot tagged, he would legally be tagged in by,
Right.
One promotion standards, but another, PWG, they just had that little faux test of strength, and that didn't constitute as a tag.
I think with PWG, it's basically just whoever's in the ring is legal.
Now, Sabin working.
That's kind of how it is for New Japan's junior division, too.
Right.
Just kind of whoever is in the ring at the time, they're legal. And that's kind of how it is in Lucha Underground, too, actually, a little bit, and AAA.
So smart here by Sabin, working over the arm.
And isolating Josh Alexander, too. He's got him over in their corner, keeping the ring cut off.
And double stomp there by Sidel on the arm of Josh Alexander.
Yep, Sidel just stomps on the arm while Sabin's holding it.
Definitely isolates the power game. He can't really do a lot of power.
Oh, wow, look at Alexander, though. He's got some power going on right now.
Oh, but Sidel and Sabin, though, able to stuff it with their speed and quickness.
It's weird, because Sidel and Sabin, you said they were going to be babyfaces, but they're almost working heel in this match.
Yeah, I mean, cutting off.
Oh, and in comes Ethan Page.
Oh, and he stuffs the arm drag attempt. And then, gets the arm drag off anyway to Sidel.
Yeah.
Oh, did Ethan Page catch him? I thought maybe Ethan Page caught him in an abdominal stretch, but I was just kind of staring at
Ethan Page just says, "Are you freaking kidding me right now?" And Sidel gets a hip toss anyway. Sidel goes for another hip toss and gets it. Ethan Page is just selling his butt off for Sidel right now. But, oh no, he goes for a forearm twister. Sidel with the crossbody gets caught, yeah.
I mean, there's the backbreaker. Monster Mafia does not give a crap. And now Sidel, he's going to have to be the one to fight back up. And now the crowd flipping off Ethan Page here. Ask him if he cares.
I know, right? Yeah, he's awesome. He's all about that entertainment, bro. Tag me in. That's right. Josh Alexander comes in now. Oh! He kind of tripped a little bit. That was a little bit weird. But Ethan Page with almost like a backbreaker maneuver onto Josh Alexander's knees.
And Josh Alexander shoots the ab, goes for the cover there, and Sidel kicks out. Now he's got the front face lock here on Sidel.
Sidel is trying desperately to get a tag to Sabin, but Josh Alexander is having none of it. He lifts Sidel up onto Ethan Page's shoulders. And
beautiful double team.
Right into a DDT. Absolutely beautiful.
Cover
Sabin
again.
Comes in to break up the cover. You almost have to wonder, because apparently in WWE there's a rule where you're allowed to break up a pinfall one time in a tag match. And it's almost like a lifeline where you can use it once, but if you try and use it again, you get disqualified. PWG says, screw that, break up the pin as long as you can.
Yeah, that seems so stupid. That it's tag team wrestling. The whole point is about cooperation, cohesion, teamwork, all that good stuff. And so the most cooperative team, yeah, you're always gonna make the save. I mean, believe me, if you didn't,
if you're with it.
Yeah, if you're with it. If you didn't, you can't even really call that to me tag team wrestling.
Oh wow, Sidel reversed it into a Hurricane Rana.
And now Sabin gets the tag, and now Josh Alexander's going to be in with a very fresh Chris Sabin.
Yeah. And, wow, Sabin with the inverted atomic drop and Sidel with a jumping kick to the face.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow, and Sabin isolates the leg of Alexander. Sidel is still in the ring, even though Chris Sabin tagged him in, or was tagged in quite a while ago. I guess the rules really are kind of loose with PWG as far as tag teams go.
Now, look at that. Ethan Page sent to the outside.
And Sabin with the slingshot, and he got caught. But Sidel looks like he's going to go for a shooting star, maybe? No, just a double knee. One knee for each member of the Monster Mafia.
And now everybody's leveled out here.
Beautiful.
Sabin and Sidel standing tall for the moment.
I kind of feel like Monster Mafia should have done something with Sabin to get rid of him so that they could have caught Sidel, too.
Yeah, I think they could have done a better job of isolating Sabin and Sidel, and now they share a hug and support. And now Josh Alexander, pegged up there by Sabin, comes back into the ring. Sabin
you have PWG chance. Sidel looks like he's going to go for something, but no, Ethan Page grabs his foot. Josh Alexander's still in the ring with Sabin, though. Oh, and wow, the double clap.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful by Josh Alexander. Now,
great transition. Josh Alexander lifts Sabin up, and Ethan Page goes off the ropes and hits him so that Alexander can hit Sabin with a Blue Thunder Bomb. In the meantime, as Ethan Page is running, he ends up doing a suicide dive out to Sidel. So lots of stuff going on at once. This is PWG where everything is fast and furious.
Absolutely. Now Wilson and Alexander are going to pick up Sabin by the head. Take him into the corner there. And now Ethan Page, look at that. See, now that's sound teamwork there from the Monster Mafia. Working as a cohesive unit. You saw Ethan Page restraining Sabin there. That's teamwork 101.
Page tagged in, and he's just going to town on Sabin right now in the corner.
Nice. Kicks to the gut there by Page. And again, I always talk about, it's almost like, I'm a professor over here. Every time there's a tag match, I talk about the fundamentals, and they're isolating Chris Sabin in their corner. And believe me, it may just seem like the real distance all the way on the other side of the ring, but to a guy like Chris Sabin and the amount of pain he's got to be in, it has got to feel like it is outstretched for miles before he even gets to Sidel.
Yeah, it definitely has to seem that way. Ethan Page is doing a great job right now of just toying with Sabin.
Absolutely. It's always about a psychological edge as well, making your
kick to the gut into a DDT.
Helpless.
Oh, and he planted him with that DDT.
He did. Oh, man, beautiful. Goes into the cover, hooks the leg, and Sabin does kick out.
Only a 2 count. And now Ethan Page looks almost like he wants a double underhook move, but he only has one arm hooked.
It's a single arm hook. And now he's got him in a power bomb.
He literally just mooned the crowd.
Wow. I
don't know if you can see it, but yeah, Ethan Page is mooning the crowd right now.
Yeah, I mean, the audience is booing, but somebody somewhere had to have enjoyed it, I'm guessing.
I think the camera's doing a great job of avoiding Ethan Page's butt shot.
Yeah.
Josh Alexander, in the meantime, has Chris Sabin in a rear chin lock.
Beautiful. He's got great control, grounding Sabin.
Yeah, the double eye rake with the feet.
Jesus. Again, with all the face-based maneuvering tonight.
I know.
And now,
Alexander with a nice European uppercut.
That was beautiful. Now Ethan Page, again, is going to restrain Sabin.
For Alexander to punch. In comes Page.
And I gotta love that by the Monster Mafia. I feel like a lot of tag teams today don't really know how to be useful on the apron. I'm not saying it's something that, you rarely ever see.
It's a lost art.
Yeah, it is. It's like, I can still be useful even though I'm not the legal man. And now look at this double team. I mean, I think that was like a headbutt.
It was. Yeah, look at Josh Alexander shaking his head.
Ethan Page there went to the guard, but Sabin kicked out.
Sabin naturally just kind of rolls towards Sidel after every little maneuver, though. I love that. It's very smart.
Definitely. Shows that he's keeping his wits about himself in this matchup, which is going to be very difficult to do.
Another tag, and in comes Alexander. Ethan Page doing a great job of keeping Sidel isolated, but Alexander almost lost him there. I said Sidel, I meant Sabin. Sabin is in the ring right now, and Sabin is trying desperately to get a tag, but Josh Alexander is having absolutely none of it.
Yeah, Monster Mafia has done a great job picking apart Sabin, keeping him, again, for what seems like miles and miles away from Sidel, playing that psychological game. Look at that kick to the face there.
Yeah,
That's
Sabin tried to just kind of do a straight, almost like a forearm strike to Josh Alexander's chest, and Alexander no-sold it and then kicked him in the face. But now we've got a little bit more of an even playing field, although Sabin did just get kicked and landed pretty rough on the turnbuckle or on the middle rope.
Now Ethan Page talking smack to Sabin. I love that, you know, all members of the Monster Mafia, they're always doing something. No guy is just resting on his laurels, you know, doing nothing. It's either one's trash talking and one's putting on the hurt. Both are putting on the hurt, you know, so they're both always animated somehow. Sabin with the pin attempt.
Yeah, that almost looked like a Yoshi Tonic. Oh, but Alexander with a great closesline to Sabin.
Yeah, beautiful. And now brings again
in the ring.
The teamwork of the Monster Mafia, if we were going on a grading scale, would be an A+ for me right now. You can't do any better than what they're doing right now. I mean, the moment Alexander felt a bit threatened, the moment he started feeling the heat, what does he do? He brings Sabin back into the ally corner. He tags in Ethan Page, and now Ethan Page, being the fresher man, is able to resume the control that Monster Mafia established earlier in the match. Brilliant. Absolutely.
And Ethan Page, I mean, I don't necessarily mean to sound derogatory, but Ethan Page at 6'2" is one of the biggest men in PWG as a whole.
Right.
So that's, I mean, relative to anyone else that could be there, Ethan Page is, oh my God, he's mocking Marty the Moth Martinez.
I almost feel like he's just brought a curse upon the temple. Because now you mocked Marty the Moth, and he'll have no choice but to reveal his true form. Thanks a lot for that, Ethan Page. You really are the ultimate heel.
But anyway, as I was saying, if you're going to have anybody blocking somebody from getting somewhere, Ethan Page is probably the best guy to do it in PWG because of the size advantage he has over everyone else there.
Now Chris Sabin is going to try and vault over. But couldn't get there.
Alexander's a pretty big guy, too.
I love the frequent tags that they're making as well.
Yeah, and again, you made the point earlier. As soon as Sabin went for that diving tag, Ethan Page caught him, panicked a little bit, and then tagged in Josh Alexander to calm himself down.
Exactly. It's all about maintaining that baseline of momentum that the Monster Mafia themselves established. And now Sabin's actually fighting off two men on the top rope, only in PWG.
Crossbody, maybe?
Both in position.
And he actually caught them both, and now he's going to get a tag easily. Josh
Alexander's got the leg pip. Brilliant sense of awareness by Alexander.
Absolutely. Oh, but he's still got
But he still got it anyway.
And
Can't blame Alexander for that, though.
Seated senton onto Alexander, knee strike to Ethan
Page.
And he's going to do the leg drop thing. Oh, with the inverted STO thing, yeah.
Jawbreaker, leg drop, 2, and Alexander kicks out.
Wow.
Ethan Page trying to go for, I think, a bicycle kick.
Moonsault.
Sidel stuffed it. There's the moonsault.
He almost went for the pin on Ethan Page, but then he realized he's not legal.
Yeah, Alexander is still the legal man in this match. Wait.
Now another. For another leg drop.
Caught it. Wow. What a kick to the face.
Kick. Beautiful. Josh Alexander picked him up in a wheelbarrow position, and now he has him just kind of lifted. And another Blue Thunderbomb senton combination, but no. Sidel reverses, and we got I thought we were going to get a 3 count off of a freaking pinning attempt like that.
Yeah, definitely. But Alexander, though, able to shoot the shoulders out.
What do you call that pinning attempt, John, where he's got the leg hooked?
I mean, people can call it different things. Call it a Hurricane Rana type pin. Others say, like, Frankensteiner pin. So I think there's a multitude of names you can give it.
I think, isn't it where if you go for the pin attempt while sitting on the person's chest, it's a Frankensteiner, but if you just whip them, it's a Hurricane Rana?
I think that is the difference, as I more generally know. It's that one.
And I've also kind of observed that apparently anytime it's done in the corner where the person's sitting on the top turnbuckle and you hit him with it from there, then it's a Frankensteiner.
Right.
Because that's what Scott Steiner used to do, and that's who originally coined the phrase Frankensteiner.
Right.
There's the discus elbow shot to Josh Alexander from Sabin. Sabin is down in the ring.
Kick.
Alexander has him up in a wheelbarrow. He's going to go for a facebuster, maybe. A cutter!
Wow. And he
into a German.
Into a German. Beautiful sequence.
Wheelbarrow German suplex. Haven't seen that in a while. That's another great thing about PWG is that everyone's just so innovative.
Yeah. I never thought I'd see a wheelbarrow kind of cutter combination.
directly into a German suplex out of the same wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
We have FU new guys chants going on right now.
Wow.
I
That's classy.
think it's hilarious.
Really, if we'd want to go...
now they're dueling chants. FU new guys, let's go new guys. We've got dueling chants.
Nice. All right, now picking up Sabin. Oh, this is not good. This is not good.
Oh, they went
Sabin
for the
lands on his
finisher.
feet. I'll try the tornado DT. Got it on the second attempt.
Sidel back in the ring. Sabin jumping off Sidel. No, using Sidel into a monkey flip into a DDT onto Josh Alexander.
Beautiful.
Sabin comes off the ropes into another DDT onto Alexander. Sabin goes for the pin here. 1, 2, and Josh Alexander kicks
Josh
out.
Alexander still kicks out. Beautiful.
Josh Alexander, I appreciate your work, but you seriously need to get a shorter last name.
Alexander, he's all alone here with Sabin and Sidel's, on the apron. Not a good time right now for the Monster Mafia.
I can understand having a 3-syllable last name, but 4 is just excessive.
Now Sidel, I think, just gave Chris Sabin the thumbs up for whatever he's thinking about.
I think that's going to be my new name for him, is Josh Excessive, because that's even shorter than his last name.
Oh, and Alexander slips out on Sabin.
Ethan Page hits Sabin into Alexander, who grabs him. Discus elbow shot. Ethan Page coming off the middle rope with a kick to the back of the head. Alexander gets Sabin up into a torture rack, reversed into a spine buster.
Beautiful sequence. 2.
Oh, and Sidel with the
Sidel
save.
just came in with the save.
He cracked the ref in the back of the head, too, though.
That could be a difference maker potentially. But I think we may have noted how PWG refs are tougher than WWE refs, so we'll see.
Yeah, Ethan Page with a leg up on Sidel right now. Josh Alexander as well.
Now
they're just kind of standing there looking at each other, coming up with a game plan. Oh, it looks like we're going to get a tag team neutralizer almost. Oh, but Sidel with the kicks to the face while in the air.
Sidel with the alternating kicks, and then kicks Alexander in the head, and then like a spinning kick there,
and then
a
knee
strike.
To the face into Ethan Page. Josh Alexander with a slap to the face, though. Chris Sabin's back with it.
Oh, and then there's a kick to the gut. Now this could be where it gets bad. This could be getting bad for the Monster Mafia.
Chris Sabin has Josh Alexander in powerbomb position, and Sidel comes off the top with a double knee senton.
Knees right there.
Yeah, but they're not done either. Josh Alexander's still on his feet. Sabin has Josh Alexander in neckbreaker position. Looks like Sidel's going to come off the top with the shooting star.
Shades of the machine guns.
And he hit it.
Oh, he got it there.
Sabin goes for the pin, and 1, 2. Oh, and it's over. Oh, I thought Ethan Page was going to make the save there, but no save was there to be had.
Sabin and Sidel win again, making a real splash in the PWG Tag Team division are these two men.
The next PWG show that we're going to be able to see is actually a DDT 4, I believe it is, or DDT 5. I don't remember which one. But it's a tag team championship tournament, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to be very fun.
Andrew Everett going against Ricochet.
Yeah, Ricochet, better known to all of us as Prince Puma and Lucha Underground.
That's right.
It's going to be very interesting seeing him compete here. He had a match with Kyle O'Reilly sometime back at a PWG show that you and I watched. It was an incredible main event.
Ricochet, the man who originated, and if not completely originated, definitely popularized the double moonsault, going against Andrew Everett, somebody who's one of the very few human beings on the planet also able to do a double moonsault.
Ah.
Yeah, most people don't know that, but Andrew Everett is a freak athlete.
And now Ricochet is feeling it. He's getting pumped for this matchup. Andrew Everett, if I'm not mistaken, Andrew Everett had quite a story. Didn't he come back from a really bad injury at like one ROH, or am I thinking of somebody else? I feel like Andrew Everett, not too long ago, just came back from a pretty serious injury.
I don't know. That doesn't sound familiar.
He had some kind of story where I think people were really happy to see him back. I don't know if it was an injury or some kind of crisis. If I am thinking of the right guy, because keep in mind, I heard that in an ROH show. He was a part of a big multi-man matchup. And, just whatever the case was with Andrew Everett, whether it was something serious or innocuous, it's just great to see him, back in his element.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would love to know more of the story that you're talking about.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember what it was. Maybe it could have even been maybe a storyline potentially, but just great to see a guy if he was going through anything serious, to keep doing what he loves. Because I read a lot of depressing news today on the WWE front. Apparently, Tyson Kidd's going to be out for 14 months.
Yeah.
So you hear stuff like that, and then you look at guys like Andrew Everett who may have just come out of something himself, and you're just really grateful for those types of moments. So
I feel like you might be thinking of someone else other than Andrew Everett.
I might be. Yeah, I might be. That's a very distinct possibility.
Because I know Andrew Everett was in the top prospect tournament in 2014 for ROH, and that was just a year ago.
Right. And Ricochet there early on has great control of the arm there of Andrew Everett. Everett there, nice way to get out of the hold. Ricochet there, pointing to the crowd. I think he's kind of interacting with them. I think they're definitely going to appreciate the match they're about to get here.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask any educated wrestling fan who pays attention to a lot of different independent promotions, who the best high flyers in the world are, both of these guys would probably make most people's top 10s, if not top 5s.
So, for those of you who are fans of, both these guys are high flying in general, or maybe you just love PWG, I mean, this is a match I think it's going to be right in your wheelhouse because this is sure to be explosive. I mean, Ashton had the best kind of tagline, the best selling point. Ricochet, innovated the double moonsault. Andrew Everett, though, can also do a double moonsault. Look at Ricochet here, bouncing off the ropes.
Yeah, Andrew Everett is basically just having none of Ricochet's flippy shit right now.
And that's going to be so interesting because both guys that are so quick have such innovative offense. I mean, normally with one guy, we always talk about things like pacing and other elements like that. In a match like this, that really doesn't matter. It's a moot point.
But Ricochet with the backflip Hurricane Rana combo.
But look at Everett, though.
But Andrew Everett matching him.
Cartwheel there by Ricochet. Now kept up again. Oh my God, the catching, and oh my God.
Nothing happening right now, and at the same time, everything is also happening.
Exactly. Another cartwheel.
They just keep going for the same stuff and missing and hitting, and everything's happening. Another one by Andrew Everett. One of these is going to hit, but no, Ricochet with another cartwheel. Oh, but the back elbow from Ricochet.
Back elbow.
×2, ×3.
Ricochet breaking the chain. Andrew Everett follows through, though, in the ropes.
And goes
catches
for
and snap Hurricane Rana there.
Nice drop kick from Everett.
Beautiful drop kick. And Ricochet, though, just tumbling out of the ring.
Absolutely.
Man, oh man, if that was an indicator of anything. Get ready
oh, you
for
know
some
what, dude? You
insanity,
might
folks.
be right. You might be right. I'm looking right now, and I'm looking at Andrew Everett's match listing, and there's absolutely nothing from April 2014 to May 2015, so you might be right.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember that, they said he went through something, so again, knowing the sensitivity of injuries. I mean, Ashton, you were just talking to me yesterday about how, while, wrestling in general has been so great, one of the things that has really hindered WWE to a degree this year has just been the amount of injuries that are piling up.
Gosh, yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's really a bad time. See Andrew Everett there tried going for the cover. Ricochet just immediately kicks out. Not even a one count. Referee couldn't even get in position. Now Andrew Everett going to try and maintain control again. I think it's a moot point. I think it's a pointless conversation to talk about things like pacing and this, that, and the other when both these guys are just so similar.
Yeah, they're similar and they're both incredibly exciting.
Absolutely. You just got to wonder who's going to be the more explosive of the two in terms of offensive style.
There's a match I want to see now, having these two guys in the ring and somebody else that we saw earlier. I want to see a triple threat between these two guys and ACH.
That would be incredible. I don't even know if the universe could sustain that match. The intensity and just the excitement and the amazingness, the epicity, to use your term.
Maybe make it a fatal four-way and toss in AR Fox just for a little extra added excessiveness.
Good God.
Superfluosity.
There you go. And now Ricochet in the corner there. Well, look at that. Verts Andrew Everett.
Springboard drop kick, though.
Beautiful drop kick there to Everett. And now he's going to try and create the distance. Oh, but look at Ricochet there. He's all the way on the other side. He's going to vault on the other side of the ring there. And he doesn't.
Yes, he
oh,
is.
my God.
And he landed on his freaking feet, too.
Jesus.
Incredible.
That's why I got to say, if Johnny Mundo was to lose to anybody in an Iron Man match, I'm glad it was this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody more legit, I'll tell you that right now. And that's coming from a Johnny Mundo mark, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, wow. Ricochet, I know he didn't try it, but he just European uppercutted Andrew Everett so hard that Everett literally slammed himself into the ring post.
it's not a good way to spend your night, I'll tell you that much.
I know, right?
And these guys, you know, it's very interesting to see maneuvers like uppercuts and whatnot, because again, we know these guys for their aerial maneuverings, but when you do more of like a striking kind of ground and pound, which who knows, maybe one of these guys will adopt just to take the other one a little bit off their game, that remains to be seen.
Yeah.
It adds for a very exciting and unique element to this matchup.
Right.
And now Ricochet there with the chops, and now another uppercut there by Ricochet.
I mean, you can't spend. I mean, unless you're Drago, who is the exception to the rule. But you can't just spend an entire match doing nothing but head scissors takedowns, Hurricane Ranas, and Frankensteiners.
Right.
I mean, as appealing as that might sound to some Lucha Libre fans, a match with only those things isn't exactly a complete story being told, you know?
Exactly.
That's why I say Drago is the exception to the rule, because he's been able to pull that off a lot in ROA or in Lucha Underground.
Right.
All these wrestling promotions, my brain can't handle all the letters.
Yeah, I know, right? But I think
NJPWROH PWGLU. I don't know what I'm doing with myself right now, but a spine buster from Ricochet.
Oh, look at that. Someone's got himself in a position like The Rock. Is it going to be
A rock, yeah, people's elbow. He's pulling off the elbow pad.
I wonder if he's going to put his own little stank on it, if you will.
I hope so. I hope his version is almost as good as Vince McMahon's version.
And moonsault, a people's moonsault.
That was great.
That's what I meant by stank on it. I guess the answer to that was a resounding yes. He made it his own.
Yeah. Not even a people's elbow.
People's
moonsault chance. That was awesome. It's unfortunate that he threw his elbow pad back into the ring, though. I'm pretty sure he was trying to throw it out into the crowd.
Right.
Is he mocking Kofi Kingston right now?
He may be.
The self-claps?
And hey, I mean, if you're Ricochet and you're as good as he is, I can't even really hold it against him. All these other people call themselves high flyers. Do they see what I can do?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. If there's any high flyer on the planet that can hold their own against Ricochet, he's in the ring with one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
I would say it's these two guys, ACH, AR Fox, Kota Ibushi, and I'm really struggling to think of anyone else that's on the same level. Maybe Jack Evans. Jack Evans would be another one, and obviously Neville if we're talking WWE.
Yeah, and I was even going to say, if we're talking WWE, yeah, Neville's the only one really on my list. And Andrew Everett there, nice kick.
Springboard, drop kick. Very nice. Andrew Everett getting a little bit more momentum on his side. You got to love that.
Definitely. Now the tide is turning in favor of Andrew Everett. And you got to wonder, again, as I appeared to be, and oh my God!
A top rope springboard shooting star onto the outside.
If I could produce my judging scorecard, I give that a 10 out of 10. Good God, that was beautiful.
8 out of 8. Would rate again, mate.
Wow. Just incredible by Andrew Everett. And I was getting ready to say, I mean, considering that you seem to corroborate my claim that Andrew Everett went through something for a period of time, you got to wonder if maybe he has something to prove. And who better to prove it against than a guy whose stock is just so white hot right now in Ricochet, being such a great attraction to PWG, doing what he's doing under the alias of Prince Puma and Lucha Underground. Andrew Everett may want a piece of that. I think beating
Ricochet goes for the back elbow, but Andrew Everett ducks.
Falcon Zero.
You don't see that very often either.
No, you do not. Cover.
Shoulders aren't even down, Ref. What are you doing? Is it just me, or did it look like his shoulders weren't even down for that?
I thought his shoulders were down, but I could be mistaken.
It looked like his left shoulder was up on Andrew Everett's leg.
Now Andrew Everett seems to be stalking now Ricochet, and now
are we going to get a deadlift German?
God, so many guys have attempted this tonight. He's going to try it. Ricochet stuffs it.
Yep.
Now he reverses the
Ricochet, though. Andrew Everett with more back elbows. Everett comes off the ropes. Ricochet follows him with the cutter. The Puma cutter.
Standing shooting star. And now is it going to be a Regalplex? Well, kind of a Regalplex.
Almost like a Saito suplex.
Yeah, it was like a Saito cradle, they call it a
Deadlift.
Regalplex. Yeah, deadlift. That was just crazy is what that was.
You know PWG's fun when we spend almost as much time calling the moves we know as we spend trying to figure out what the names of the moves are that we don't know.
Exactly.
That's what I mean, guys, when I say that they're just crazy innovative. Like, John and I are pretty good at knowing what the names of moves are. Like, we correct Michael Cole and sometimes even Matt Stryker on stuff like that. But PWG, it's so hard to know everything.
Yeah.
And
what a super kick.
It seems like if you go through, and the jumping enziguri from Andrew Everett into the German, but no, Ricochet with a double stomp.
He had just enough left before he collapsed to get off that double stomp, and damn.
That's my kind of psychology right there. Not this John Cena, I'm going to hit you with everything I have and then cover you and win and then stand up and pop up and act like nothing ever happened. No. You're going to hit me with something, and I am going to, just before I pass out, I'm going to hit you with just enough to make sure that you don't have the energy to cover me.
Exactly.
I love that, man. It looks like we're going to get a little bit of slap exchange here. Ricochet, then Everett, then a Ricochet again. Ricochet trash talking, and Everett comes right back with a slap of his own.
These two guys are neck and neck right now in terms of momentum. Nobody really seems to be, discernibly in control. We're going to see, though, if somebody can establish a dominant position in the driver's seat. And it could be Andrew Everett here.
Yeah, we saw a few European uppercuts from Ricochet, but Everett just keeps on coming back with these forearm shots and the knife edge chop.
Beautiful. Now he's going to shoot Ricochet, I think, off the ropes. Ricochet, though, no, he stuffs the attempt, flips Everett off, and then kicks him in the head. Wow.
That was like a jumping, spinning enziguri into the Northern Lights, into a beautiful bridge, but Ricochet is not done. Deadlift vertical suplex.
Which he hangs on to.
He hangs on to it. He keeps it locked, and he's going to turn it into something else. A spinning blue thunder bomb.
God. And Everett kicks out.
I would hope so.
Are you kidding me, Ricochet?
Yeah, Ricochet, I mean, not only does he have amazing innovative offense, but his combos are pretty freaking legit, too.
This guy's straight out of a video game with that chain of combos.
And that's why he's Prince Puma.
Exactly.
That's why he's the face of Lucha Underground.
and he deserves it. And again, no ill will, nothing like that. In all sincerity, I could say what I want about their Iron Man match encounter recently between him and Mundo, but there is a reason why Ricochet is the man right now.
I don't know if you have your volume on, John, or not, but we've got a really, really loud Olay chant. Throwback to Sami Zayn / El Generico. Oh, Ricochet goes for the Phoenix Splash, but Everett moves out of the way. Everett with the Pele!
By Everett. Deadlift.
German deadlift. There it is, but it wasn't even a deadlift. It was just a straight up German and bridged into it, and Ricochet kicks out at 2.
And, oh, man. Everett now has got to be getting a little frustrated because that was a flawless sequence. It didn't put Ricochet away, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man, and now Everett going to go to the top rope. He may be taking a little bit too much time, though, for my liking when you're as quick as Ricochet, and there it is. Picks the leg, but Everett kicks him off with the free leg.
Ricochet back up, though, with a kick to the butt.
Oh, man, and now could Ricochet, I don't know, is he going to springboard? Is he going to try and join Everett on the top rope? I wonder what Ricochet's thought process is.
I mean, say what you will about the comedic effect of kicking someone in the butt. The tailbone freaking hurts to get any kind of pain to.
Right, and what's Ricochet doing here?
Maybe a poisoned run off the top?
Oh, God, yes!
Yeah, poisoned run off the top. Oh, but Everett landed on his feet and rolled through.
Wow.
And poisoned run onto Ricochet, who lands on his feet, and then a typical Hurricane Rana from Andrew Everett freaking spiked him.
Spiked it so hard, and Ricochet still kicks out.
Wow. Andrew Everett is just one-upping Ricochet at every turn right now.
That was a brilliant counter by Andrew Everett, and yet it still couldn't turn the profit that he wanted with a victory there. Only got a 2 count, but man, Andrew Everett came to fight tonight.
This almost feels like a student overcoming the master situation with Everett and Ricochet.
Well, like I said, dude, I feel like Andrew Everett feels like
is Andrew Everett going to go for a double moonsault here?
He might be.
Oh, he's setting it up for it. He's got his back to Ricochet.
Yeah, and he may be taking a bit too much time, but after those 2 spiked Ranas, may not really matter. Ricochet barely stirring Ashton.
Everett on
He's
the
showing
top
life, though.
rope.
Oh, man, he's
Everett going
hesitating.
for something big. I
Is
think
he
it's going to be a
gonna,
double moonsault.
is he gonna hit it, though? He's really hesitating.
He hits it. Oh, but he moved out of the
Oh,
way. Oh, he went for the double moonsault, but Ricochet moved out of the way. Ricochet now up with Everett into a fireman's carry. And
oh,
what do you even call that? Almost like into an inverted DDT. A
it,
fireman's carry into an inverted DDT. I've never seen anything like that before. Again, with the innovativeness of PWG pros, PWG wrestlers.
and now Ricochet,
Is
commanding Andrew to get back up.
Spin kick to the head.
Nice measured kick to the head. Another measured kick to the head. Picks him again. Fireman's carry position.
Carry.
Oh, another kick to the head there. Oh, my God.
He calls that the Benadriller.
Folds him up, and that's it.
Ricochet wins with the Benadriller.
Andrew Everett, that aerial maneuver towards the end, that's what cost him everything. He did not connect. He ate nothing but canvas. That was the beginning of the end right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it really does say something about Ricochet having that experience and having that seasoned knowing when to go for the big move and when to hold off. And Andrew Everett went for it too early in the match, and it cost him. And now we've got the main event of the evening, Roderick Strong, Zack Saber Jr., we've got the freakish endurance and amazing offensive flurries of Roddy Strong with the just flat out try to do anything to me and I will find a way to reverse it and make you tap out Zack Saber Jr.
Absolutely. Zack Saber Jr., a phenomenal talent. I truly believe possibly one of the biggest threats that Roderick Strong's still, I think, fairly new PWG Heavyweight Championship reign could be facing. And Roderick Strong, though, we know how good he is. We've seen what he's been doing in Ring of Honor. We've seen what he's done, elsewhere. I mean, they call him the Messiah of the Backbreaker, and for good reason. This is going to be such a great contrast to styles, and ultimately, this is going to be a phenomenal PWG World Heavyweight Championship match.
Yeah. I mean, I can't possibly be the only one who, when I look at Zack Saber Jr., there's a lot of him that reminds me of, and I'm trying to remember his name. He was in Doctor Who. He was one of the doctors. I think he was the 10th Doctor, maybe 11th or 12th. I don't know. The Doctor Who fans are probably gonna eat me alive for this, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to remember his name though. He was in one of the Harry Potter movies too.
Oh, I think you're mentioning of Harry Potter. Made me try and think of who it is because I'm not a Whovian at all. So if we have any TwitWow listeners who are Whovians, help Ashton out here in the comments.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind trying to think of the guy's name.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Harry Potter, I think I'm like kind of forming the face that you're kind of thinking about, especially in comparison to Zack Saber.
David Tennant.
Okay.
Yeah, Zack Saber Jr. looks kind of like David Tennant.
I gotta tell you, you gotta wonder, what is Zack Saber Jr. feeling right now? Knowing that he is standing across from the PWG World Champion.
Oh, he looks pretty freaking calm to me, man. He almost looks aloof at this point.
Yeah, and that's actually a perfect word, and that may be how you have to be. I know wrestlers that are really, really serious can sometimes be put by guys that are more chill, more relaxed, but I think it's a psychological thing. It's a mind game. It's like, I'm not sweating you. If anything, you should be sweating me.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too, that's the thing with Zack Saber Jr. is Roddy is an amazing wrestler, and he's got this incredible endurance, unlike anyone I think I've ever seen. But it doesn't really matter what he tries to do to Zack Saber Jr. Saber has got a counter for it in his head, and he knows how to change it into something that benefits himself.
Excellent scientific wrestler is Zack Saber Jr.
Look at this. Immediately, Roddy goes for the lockup, and Saber Jr. reverses it. Roddy with the key lock, though. Almost beautiful. A Kimura, which, yeah, Saber Jr. rolls out of. I'm going to stop calling him Junior. I'm just going to refer to him as Saber from now on, I think. Zack Saber.
Yeah, because just Zack Saber Jr. is too much of a mouthful, so Saber works, and I'll call Roderick Strong just either Strong or Roddy or something like that.
Yeah.
And these guys, just checking each other out, feeling each other out, knowing what each other's about.
Yeah, I don't think Roddy has ever met somebody quite as good with just a pure technical reversal game as Zack Saber.
And,
oh, wow. Saber,
look at that. The Greco-Roman knuckle lock there, and Roderick Strong actually getting the advantage. pressing the knees on the chest, and now Saber's got the bridge. Roddy trying to suppress it
kick
again.
it out, but no, Saber right back into the bridge. Roddy was trying really hard to kick it out, and it worked temporarily. Oh, wow, but yeah, Saber keeps on getting back up.
Keeping control of that Greco-Roman knuckle lock, and now reversing it now into the...
Holy crap, I didn't know Roddy had this kind of freaking catch-as-catch-can style in him.
Well, I mean, Roddy, I think, showing us many different shades. I mean, he showed us his personality when he preyed upon a wounded Kyle O'Reilly, and that's how he started his PWG championship.
Oh, God, Zack Saber Jr. is in a position of power right now.
Oh, God, the leg of Roderick. Oh, and he's picking it. Oh, he's got it in like that
Indian Deathlock.
Oh, man.
Is he going to drop into a Muda lock? No. Oh, my God. Is he going to turn this into a freaking bow and arrow? Yeah.
Bow and arrow, and there it is. Oh.
An Indian Deathlock bow and arrow. I can't say I've ever seen that before. And then he flips him over into his face.
And look at Roddy. He's favoring everything. I'd like to say he's favoring everything.
Yeah, and everything is just hurting right now for Roderick Strong.
Saber, I gotta tell you, I mean, Ashton showed me footage of this guy because Ashton knew I would take an immediate shine to Zack Saber Jr., and I did. Because I just love that catch-as-can, that scientific, just because that to me is when wrestling really takes on an art form for me, when guys just do the things that they do. And yeah, he is just the pinnacle of that kind of style, and he's showing Roderick Strong why that is here. And Roddy's got to be so off his game.
He definitely looks it. I mean, he had to roll out of the ring, and he's kind of pacing, almost taking laps around the ring right now. Meanwhile, Saber is just in the ring like, yeah, man, anytime you feel like coming back in here, we can go do this again.
It's like, yeah, I'm going to be here all night. We got a 60-minute time limit to work with, so no rush.
And what I really like, too, is that Saber didn't try and follow Roddy out of the ring to try and kind of almost play into Roddy's hand.
No, he's not playing Roddy's game, and you're absolutely right about that. And again, we return to the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Now,
looks
Roddy
like
got...
Saber has a little bit of a leverage advantage here.
And the key word there is leverage, Ashton. Now, look at this. He's got him now.
He's got him into a almost like a hangman's...
Yeah.
Hangman's chin lock almost.
Exactly.
Roddy reversed it pretty quickly, though. Roddy has him down.
Now, Roddy's got the hangman's there on Saber. Saber, though, look at that. He's constantly moving. I like that.
And he bridges and flips around and reverses it on Roddy. Unbelievable.
Beautiful. I got to give Roddy...
and look at that. Zack Saber went to kick one of Roddy's feet out, and Roddy actually lifted his foot up so that he couldn't, but no, Zack Saber just too persistent.
Needs another bridge, and oh my God. Oh, but Roddy, though, rolls through.
Brilliant.
You know what, Ashton? You say what you will about how Roderick Strong won the PWG championship of again, a wounded, a vulnerable Kyle O'Reilly. I love that he is actually trying to hang with Saber here in Saber's wheelhouse of scientific wrestling. That is unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Now leapfrogging over Saber.
Yeah.
And now they return to potentially arm drag. No. Saber
but Saber goes for the backslide. Roddy tries reversing.
Both of them jockeying for position here.
I'm not sure what Roddy's trying to do here, but it looks kind of like Saber is really persistent about that backslide, but Roddy's almost trying to flip Saber over in front of him.
Unbelievable. Both these guys trying to gain dominance within the hold. And then
Roddy with the knee strike to the gut.
I think Roddy got frustrated trying to play Saber's game, and now he really wants to initiate his own.
Yeah.
Roddy didn't do bad, though, by any means.
No, that was really impressive. I didn't know Roddy had that in him, but no, Zack Saber off the turnbuckle goes into the Greco-Roman, right into a hammerlock, and jumps over Roddy, slides under him. Oh, my God.
Backslide.
Holy crap.
I'm telling you, Zack Saber Jr. is a phenom when it comes to that tie-up, the Greco-Roman style, the scientific style, but Roderick Strong has shown us a side of himself tonight that he can hang.
He can hang, but he's still not in the same league as Saber.
Certainly not, but, I mean, there's one thing that he is.
Oh, my God, Roddy with the jumping straight one-foot kick to Saber's head.
And I think that kind of punctuates my point, Ashton, because I was getting ready to retort to you that Saber may be better in that department, but there's one thing that Strong is that Saber isn't at the moment, and that's the PWG heavyweight champion, and that's what this is about.
That's Roddy with a knife-edge chop to Saber.
I find it apropos that this show was titled Don't Sweat the Technique, and I feel like Roddy is really sweating the technique of Saber right now. And there's
Saber with the beautiful Northern Lights that he held onto into an armbar.
That was a beautiful sequence. Good God, and now look at Strong, though. Oh, and he hung him up.
Wow.
Good God.
These guys have such incredibly different styles, but the one thing that they both have in common is that they refuse to quit.
And oh, beautiful, like, drop kick there, using the ropes to kind of assist, get that momentum.
Yeah.
And Saber's crashing the chairs there.
Yeah, I mean, Saber looks down and out into the chairs right now, but he's still stirring. Roddy picks him up by one leg and his head just to roll him back into the ring, though.
You gotta commend Roddy, at least in my view, for wanting to get the pinfall and not trying to take a count-out victory. I mean, you have to imagine. I don't know if the champion's advantage applies in PWG or how that all works.
It does.
But yeah, it does. So I commend Roddy even more for trying to go for the pinfall, because I mean that would seem like an ideal situation. I mean, he was like laying among the chairs and everything, among the wreckage on the outside. You could have gotten a count out there. But I think Roddy's way too proud. He's so proud, so arrogant, being the PWG champion. He doesn't want to look lesser to anybody. And I think he wants to show the world. I think those opening minutes may have sparked something in Roddy Strong that he really wants to prove to everybody that he can beat Saber Jr.
Yeah, I mean, you just saw it right there. Roddy was just basically laying with his knee across Saber's neck. And now just the knife-edge chops. Roddy is telling Saber right now, I don't want to play this Greco-Roman game. I want to play my game, and I'm going to beat you at my game.
Exactly. And hell, why shouldn't we believe it? Again, he's the champion. Yep. Say what you will about any guy that may do certain things to get to a certain position in life, to get to the top, but they're there, and they're there for a reason. And Roderick Strong is there for a reason because he really is that good. And Zack Saber Jr. is going to have to go through a serious, go within himself, find it within himself, that will to win, if he hopes to beat Roderick Strong tonight and take that PWG World Heavyweight title. And now look at the point and knee strikes there from Strong.
One thing that I absolutely love about Roderick Strong when he's a heel is how ruthless and just absolutely unrelenting that he is. He refuses to let you breathe.
Now look at that kind of, waist lock kind of gut wrench he's got going on, keeping Saber grounded.
Yeah.
Saber gets to the ropes, though.
I mean, if you want to ground somebody, I don't think Zack Saber is the person to worry about doing that for.
Exactly.
He's not going to necessarily be the guy to hit you with a bunch of head scissors takedowns and top rope maneuvers.
If anything, I almost feel like Saber may potentially be even more dangerous on the ground. It just seems like a guy that would be well-versed in a bunch of submission styles and a bunch of technical styles. And
yeah, like you don't want to try and get into an MMA fight with Zack Saber.
No, you do not. Meets an elbow there, or maybe even more like an uppercut there from Saber in the corner. Saber tries to kick Strong off. Strong pulls him off, though. This could be the first backbreaker of many, maybe? No,
Saber into a sleeper, into a almost like an armbar, into a Kimura.
Wow, like a body scissored Kimura there. And like, wow.
Oh my God, he's a freak. Oh, but right away, Roddy slams his head into the turnbuckle.
And see, that's the thing. Saber may have the moves. Roddy has the shrewdness. He had great situational awareness there of where he was in the ring and what he could use in the ring. Middle turnbuckle turned out to be Roddy's best friend in that moment, and it paid dividends.
Yeah.
And I love Saber Jr. ever since you introduced me to him, but that's why Roddy for the moment is the champion and Saber's the challenger. It's little moments like that. Say what you will about Roderick Strong, the guy knows the precarious predicaments, that he can find himself in, and that was a perfect remedy to it right there. And now he's got Saber in the corner again.
Just plugging away, punching and slapping, and just all kinds of strikes from Roddy.
Oh, just throws him down.
Yeah, just lifts him up and then slams his front. I don't even know what else to call it. The front of his entire body just down onto the ground. I can't even say face because it looked almost like his torso caught the worst of that.
I think it's often a question when you face a guy of Saber's, in-ring style. Can you go the distance? And Roddy is showing that I can go the distance. And now I think we should be asking Saber that same question, because Roddy, like you said, when he's a heel, he is so vicious, so merciless to his opponents. Now the question is posed to Zack Saber Jr. Can you go to distance to be the PWG heavyweight champion? And right now I have no doubt that he can, but Roderick Strong ain't making it easy. Exactly.
And I think that's what makes Roddy such a dangerous opponent, is that whether you think you can go the distance or not, he's going to kick out of everything you throw at him.
Exactly.
It's that endurance that I always bring back with Roddy.
And we saw it at ROH Death Before Dishonor just recently. And
Best in the world?
Oh, best in the world. So just before Dishonor's the show coming up.
Right.
Yeah, my mistake. But yeah, best in the world. I mean, we saw that with Roddy in the triple threat against Moose and Michael Elgin. And we're certainly seeing it here. But that could be the start of something. Just singled out the arm there of Roderick Strong. And that's genius, Ashton, because he's so dependent on the arms for the multitude of backbreakers that he has in
Oh,
his
but
arsenal.
bending the fingers back.
Almost like an homage to William Regal there, bending those fingers. Oh, look at that arm trap, pump handle,
Pump handle, slam
backbreaker.
into a backbreaker. Wow.
Beautiful, even with the bad arm, cover and kick out there. Wow.
Zack Saber Jr. almost like the mannerisms that he has in the ring and the way that he reacts to certain things, he almost reminds me of a sociopath. Like it almost seems like no matter what he does, he's just like a freaking robot. Like if he does something awesome, he just kind of walks it off and is like, okay, now I did that. Now what do I have to do? Or if he gets hurt, he sells it. But it's never like you never really see him look like he's in excruciating pain.
Unrelentingly methodical.
Yeah.
Is Saber Jr. And Roderick Strong, though, he found the antidote for that. It was in the form of a pump handle backbreaker. I'll tell you that right now. I think he drove all the air out of Zack Saber Jr.
Well, apparently not all of it, because Zack Saber Jr. is still breathing enough to throw some European uppercuts that look painful.
Oh, and there's an Itsuguri there. Good God.
Was that even an Enziguri? I don't even know. That just looked like I hate you, I'm going to kick you in the face.
Yeah, it was like a kick to the side of the head. Maybe it wasn't even an Enziguri. He just used whatever momentum he had left, and he kicked Roddy in the side of the head.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that was a move of calculation, like you were just saying, Saber's known
just
for.
Just desperation.
It was last bit of gas in the tank, exactly.
Yeah.
Now Roddy, though, is going to try and come into the corner. That was ill-advised. And now that's why. Because here come the European uppercuts. Roddy, though, shoots him off into the corner. Saber ducks.
Saber ducks, turns around, and that was an Enziguri, it looked like.
Yeah, that was a kick to the arm. Beautiful. Isolating it. Because one, again, it makes it more difficult to get off the backbreakers that Roddy is so beloved for his in-ring style. And two, with Saber being a submission specialist, how many arm-based submissions can he now torture Roddy with? Like that right there.
Yeah, right there into the Kimura. It looked almost like he was going to go for a Dragon Sleeper, but then he transitioned into a Kimura, and Roddy, with amazing ring awareness, gets his foot on the rope.
Again, dude, that ring awareness, that situational awareness of Roderick Strong is a difference maker. You can't teach that, man.
No,
I think that's
something that only comes with years and years of experience, and that's something that Roddy has.
Exactly.
And I mean, I don't think Zack Saber Jr. is even 25 years old yet.
And see, like, if there was ever a time to talk about the experience advantage, this seems to be the most appropriate time. And oh my God, what's going to happen here? They're both on the apron, and I do not feel comfortable.
Oh, Zack Saber Jr. just lifts Roddy up by the arm, by the shoulder socket, absolutely manipulating Roddy's arm and fingers, lays him down on the apron, and stomps on his elbow.
Good God.
Oh, man. And by the way, Zack Saber Jr., I'm looking it up right now. He was born in 1987, which would make him 27 years old. He'll be 28 in July.
Good God.
Meanwhile, Roderick Strong, 31 years old. 4 years Zack Saber Jr.'s senior. And it also is worth noting, Zack Saber Jr. has apparently been wrestling since 2004.
Damn.
Meanwhile, Roddy's been wrestling since 2000. So there is a little bit of an experience advantage, but the difference between an 11-year pro and a 15-year pro is about as minute as you can get.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a 4-year advantage, but it's about the least meaningful 4-year advantage you can think of.
Well said. As you see now, Roderick's trying to find not necessarily higher ground, but I guess safer ground in the corner, trying to catch his breath to do something.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell Saber is out of breath, but the gears in his brain are constantly turning.
Definitely. You see now he goes
going to the opposite turnbuckle to the one Roddy's at, and he's going to run towards Roddy, but no, Roddy with the kick to the knee, it looked like, and then a kick to the head.
Beautiful.
And what were you saying earlier about guys needed to learn how to work from the floor? That was brilliant.
Exactly, and look at you completing the circle. Hot damn. And now we'll see if Saber can kind of complete what he started, picking Roddy apart, because right now, again,
the knee
Roddy's
to the face from Roddy and a forearm from Roddy. Roddy gets Saber up into a torture rack, but no, Saber reverses into an arm drag.
Look at that.
And he twists it into another freaking Kimura. But no, now he's got him into almost like a Pentagon Junior-like submission, where he's got the left arm hooked behind his leg behind his back through Saber's leg, and Saber's just cranking on Roddy's opposite arm. That looked painful.
Oh, but Roddy, again, using the spare body part to get the foot on the ropes. Roddy has been so great about, finding relief, finding sanctuary from these submission holds.
Can I just say, though, I feel like that's something that WWE really needs to work on, is people getting their feet on the ropes rather than constantly needing to grab the ropes.
Exactly.
I hate that. Like, somebody has you in a submission in the middle of the ring. Well, if you would just shift your body weight a little bit, you'd be able to get a foot on the rope with no problem. But no, it's WWE, so you have to dramatically crawl towards the ropes.
Right. And now Zack Saber Jr., they're going to resume this fight on the apron that kind of started there earlier. Right. Oh, what a back suplex on the hard part of the apron.
That required so little effort, it looked like. He just picked the guy up and then just set him down. I mean, he dropped him, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it just looked so effortless from Roddy Strong. Like, it was just second nature to do.
But I think it goes back to your point, Ashton. I mean, you completed my circle, but for me, when I just saw Saber just cranking on the arm of Roddy, and he still had the wherewithal and the endurance, because you talk about endurance for days, to do the back suplex on the hard part of the apron. There is no give in Roderick Strong, and that's what's going to make him so difficult to beat as PWG champion. But Saber may be the guy to do it.
For Roddy Strong, you're going to have to do one of two things. You're either going to have to catch him with and the knee to the face to Saber, and a forearm, again, doing the same sequence he did earlier, going for a superplex now. But as I was saying earlier, if you want to put Roddy Strong down, you either need to absolutely knock him out and force him to not be able to kick out, or you need to catch him by surprise. And that's getting increasingly more difficult to do as he gets more experience. But Saber, again, manipulating the left arm of Roderick Strong. But no, Roddy gets out of it and hits a big kick to Saber's head. Back to the top rope. It looks like we're going to get a superplex here.
Yeah, and notice, though, how Roddy seems to be more dependent on his legs to get certain offensive maneuvers done, or at least lay the groundwork. You know, that kick to the head was what set up for that superplex, because he just keeps grabbing that arm. It is in so much pain.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine how his fingers are feeling.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing, too, is the way that Zack Saber Jr. has been bending Roddy Strong's fingers back, practically touching his arm with his own fingertips. It just looks horrible.
Exactly. I mean, and you know what I really commend about Zack Saber Jr. is that he sticks to a game plan relentlessly. It doesn't matter, where he is offensively in a matchup. He's been working on that arm, and he sticks with it. But there's the backbreaker there by Roddy. And now picks him up, and there's a power bomb there. Gut wrench power bomb. Take note, swagger. Kick out, but he keeps the hold on.
Oh, immediately into the stronghold.
The stronghold, excuse me. Oh, man, this is bad for Zack Saber Jr.
Yeah, Zack Saber, it looks like he's struggling a little bit, but no.
Oh, look at the leg strength. Look at the leg strength. And, just kicked out.
Wow.
I think Zack Saber Jr. may be in shock. Oh, look at that. And knee there to the guy. Now double underhook. Oh,
into a Hurricane Rana from Saber, though.
Hurricane Rana, German. Yes, German. Wow.
Saber is not letting Roddy have an inch right now. Oh, is he going to do a running knee strike?
And
just a field goal kick.
Beautiful, too.
Oh, but Roddy kicks out. Oh, my God. That guy wearing the Lucha Underground shirt in the crowd is just putting a smile on my face constantly.
Oh, man.
Couple of sister promotions, Lucha Underground and PWG.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love the solidarity. I love the unity, and I'm loving this main event match.
LU is like a link between PWG and AAA.
Zack Saber Jr., his face told the whole story. He looked so exasperated.
I would kill for someone like Saber in Lucha Underground just for that huge change of pace from what we're so used to seeing there.
Oh, God, dude, he'd be such a great signing. Oh, and again, goes back to that. I love the commitment. I love the continuity in match.
Again, though, look at Zack Saber's face. He shows no expression whatsoever. He just throws his hands out. But now Roddy Strong with a flurry of offense.
Oh, sick kick there.
Going for the pin. 1, 2. He kicks out.
Oh, the kick out.
Roddy
he stays on him.
Vivid right now, though. It looks almost like he's going to go for his finishing sequence. The gutbuster onto the knees. Up next is the vertical suplex backbreaker. No, he gets him into a torture rack first. spins him around, but no, Zack Saber reverses.
Look at that counter.
Pin. Oh, the bridging pin.
Did he get it?
Oh, that looks so close. That looks so
he
close.
Had it.
So close, but it was a 2 count.
I thought he had it.
That looked almost like a Jack Evans bridging backslide.
Oh, what
Roddy
a knee
strong
strike.
with a jumping knee strike to Zack Saber. Saber is off his feet, but so is Roddy.
My God.
Dude, Zack Saber just straight up kicking Roderick Strong in the left arm. That was the most brutal thing we've seen in this match so far, I think.
Definitely. I mean, these guys just are destroying each other.
And the crazy thing is, like, Roderick Strong, it seems like he's been kind of just trying to, you know, it's one of those where you cut off the head of the snake and the snake ceases to function. Well, he's kind of doing everything. He's going for the head, the body, the legs, the arms, whatever. Zack Saber Jr. has had a very focused attack on Roderick Strong's left arm.
Exactly. Very, very incisive, very concentrated game plan. Huge difference in styles.
Looks like Saber's going to reverse this. No, yes.
Oh, what a knee to the head. And again on the arm, the Pele on the arm. Good God, and then the uppercut.
And Roddy with the elbow and the uppercut, and Roddy with the elbow and the uppercut. Oh, Saber with the headbutts. He even headbutted his arm into an arm bar, into the opposite arm, into another arm bar. Oh, my God, Zack Saber Jr. is a phenom.
Oh, God, and now Roddy, again,
back to the ropes. Yep.
Using the foot, but look at that. Look at that.
Rolls him back into the middle of the ring.
He is ragdolling him right now with that armbar. But look at
but Roddy has his arms hooked. It's not fully locked in now. Roddy gets him up. Oh, and he's just dropping him on his shoulders.
Dropping him on his shoulders, his head, trying to break it, and he does.
And Roddy kicking him right in the head right now.
The fortitude of Roderick Strong.
Roddy's going to go for another stronghold.
Another stronghold it is.
Oh, but he's got his knee in his back. This has got to be it. Saber's got to tap out.
Yeah, he does. Wow, that's big for Roderick Strong, I think, to beat a man like Zack Saber Jr. by submission.
And Saber Jr. can't even let it go at that. I don't know if you caught it, but it almost looked like Saber kicked Roddy in the face while Roddy was falling back onto the ropes. Oh, my God.
What a war between these two men.
That's what it was. It wasn't a fight. It wasn't a wrestling match. This was a war.
And truly, I can say, whether you like Roderick Strong or not, the better man is leaving. Don't Sweat the Technique 2015 as the PWG World Heavyweight Champion. Roderick Strong answered the question, yes, I can go the distance.
Yeah, that was a really impressive match. More for Roddy than Saber, because I kind of expected Saber to really, really give Roddy a run for his money. But the fact that Roddy hung with Saber with the sort of Roman Greco tie-ups and the catch-as-catch-can and the hook wrestling and that kind of stuff, really, that earned Roddy a brand new level of respect in my book, and I already respected the hell out of him. So that,
and I know you did, so that's a huge deal for me. You know that I've watched, all the Roderick Strong matches I've watched beside you. And I've seen several Roderick Strong matches at this point. I did not know he had that in him. So to see a new side of a guy that you've been watching for some time is always a treat. And I feel like this main event was absolutely phenomenal. I think Zack Saber Jr. is really one of my favorites going right now on the indie scene. Like, if somebody was to ask me, and I'm always constantly updating my top 5 whenever the question posed, who is your top 5 wrestlers right now? Zack Saber Jr. may have just broken into my top 5 after that performance. This guy is everything I love, and he was a freaking beast in this match.
Absolutely. And you know what I think I love about what you just said is I actually just updated my 5 fave 5s in the About section of my channel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think I might have even put Zack Saber Jr. in my top 5 for my for my indie / ROH section.
That was an incredible show. Not really one bad match on here. I'd say the best matches for me were that main event and Tommy N versus Chris Hero.
Oh, for sure. I would argue, like, if I don't think there were any bad matches. I think that the least exciting match was probably the Beaver Boys versus Candace and Joey.
Right.
I mean, that was still a really good match. I think that just when you compare it to everything else that happened, that's at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah, my top 3 matches definitely main event world title match, Tommy M versus Chris Hero, and Andrew Everett versus Ricochet.
Yeah.
You know, not even necessarily in that order, but that main event was freaking phenomenal. Again, I think more so because of Roderick Strong. I cannot believe he brought the fight to Zack Saber Jr. like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and by the way, for those of you that don't feel like looking, my current Fave 5 for Indies / ROH, I have Adam Cole at number 1, Roderick Strong at number 2, Trevor Lee at number 3, ACH number 4, and yeah, Zack Saber Jr. at number 5. And I
I
did this
think,
yesterday. I did this yesterday before we even watched this show. So there you
wow,
go.
incredibly apropos. Yeah, you know what? I love that Adam Cole is your number 1, by the way, because Adam Cole is love, Adam Cole is life. But yeah, Zack Saber Jr. totally legit. I think really speaks to me and what I love as a wrestling fan. So I think next
Yeah.
time I'm composing a little list, Zack Saber Jr. may have just found himself a comfortable new home in my favorites. So that was really great stuff.
Yeah, I think I find, and the weird thing is, like, I almost wanted to, like, go out of my way to avoid putting Lucha Underground people in that section. Like, I have Prince Puma in my Lucha Underground top 5, but I feel like if I wouldn't, I would probably have Ricochet somewhere on that Indie ROH top 5.
Yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean? So, yeah, like, I intentionally kept Lucha Underground and the Indie ROH stuff separate. Otherwise, I mean, Puma and Cage would both probably have to make their way onto my Indie ROH list.
Right.
So, all right, guys. Man, that was an amazing show. And hey, if you guys dig it, if you like listening to us talk about PWG, let us know. Give us a like. Share this video with your friends that like wrestling. Maybe even the friends that don't like wrestling. Maybe we'll get them into it through PWG. And let us know, because if you like this, if we get a good reception for this, we'll keep doing it. If this kind of gets, like 10 views and 1 like, we probably will do 1 more just to continue and see if we can test the waters. And if the reception stays that low, we'll probably just kind of watch the shows on our own without hitting the record button. Until then, though, we will do our Lucha Underground review tomorrow night, as well as NXT afterwards. But until then, next in line, Lucha Underground episode 33, Drago versus Mil Muertes.